Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Minato and Kushina wants Naruto back harem. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by PandaGX and link in the description and support writer. Let's start the video. Demons. Demons were once just stories used to scare kids into being good little boys and girls. They were just legend that were passed down from generation to generation. Even to this day, the day where shinobi run the world will hear the stories of demons or yokai. There are even some paintings of many demons like kitsune, dog yokai, oni, wolf yokai and dragons. However, they aren't the only thing from legends. There are ghost, spirit specters, and some gods or goddess. They all disappear from history and only trace of them are in legends. The question is, were they real? Is the legends true? Can there be demons out there? The answer is that they are very much real. The problem is that they don't show themselves to humanity anymore. They live in hiding. However, there are the exceptions. The exceptions are the nine-tailed beasts. They are 1-tailed tanuki, Shukaku. 2-tailed bakaneko, Matatabi. 3-tailed turtle, Isobu. 4-tailed monkey king, Sangoku. 5-tailed dolphin horse hybrid, Kakyo. 6-tailed slug, Seiken. 7-tailed beetle, Chime. 8-tailed giant ox, Jiki. 9-tailed kitsune, Kurama. Finally, the 10-tailed that disappeared. These 10-tailed beasts were infamous for their demonic power or yokai, were hunted down by shinobi for their power. Many believed that they were mindless demons out there to destroy the world. How wrong they are. Hashirama Senju, the first Hokage of Konoha, sealed all 9 into humans, making them into Jinchurikis, the power of a human sacrifice. Hashirama believed that they are creatures meant to destroy humanity, so he imprisoned them. How wrong he was. The 9 demons were simply living their life as any demons were. The difference is that they grew too powerful and became the focus of the ninja world. Once proud and happy demons are now slaves for humanity. The power of these 9 drove humanity further into war. Hashirama hoped they will be used for peace. How hypocritical. A man that preach for peace but easily enslave others. All other demons remain hidden wishing to get involved with humans and their affair. Of course, something brought them out of the shadow one day. Humans. There are some humans that lived in tradition that fight demons and other monsters. Such as the priest, priestess, monks, and demon hunters. These people kept to their way and fought demons for all their life. Of course, many people, shinobi included, didn't believe in demons and these people's profession. Even with a 9-tailed beast, Herbigious, they still refused to acknowledge their existence. Though, that didn't stop these people from protecting humans from demons. But the introduction of chakra to humans, chakra became one of the power to fight demons and other humans. The ones that introduced chakra was Hagoromo Otsutsuki. More commonly known as the Sage of the Sixth Path. He introduced humans to the power of combining part of the spiritual and part of physical together into ninshuu. Ninshuu was originally meant for understanding one another but was twisted into ninjutsu, a power for warfare. That day, he introduced humanity to a new form of war. Humanity will forever struggle that day. However, not much have changed on the demon side. They still keep to themselves and fight each other now and again. If you look at both species, you find that demons found peace. Funny, demons, creature that humans believe to be the most evil thing on earth, are living in peace with one another. However, nothing lasts. Skipping the whole intro of the Kyuubi's attack. Short version. Kyuubi escape rip out from Kushina during the birth of Naruto and his twin sister, Mito. Minato use a sealing that split Kyuubi into yin, yang, and soul. Naruto gets the soul, Kushina gets yin for survival, and Mito gets yang. The masked man escapes. Naruto is born with Kushina's hair, but Minato's eyes. Mito is born with Minato's hair and Kushina's eye. Both have whiskers. 5 years after the Kyuubi's attack, October 10. It has been 5 years since the Kyuubi made his attempt to escape his unjust imprisonment, but failed. He was resealed, but worst, his power was split and separated from his soul. Foolish humans, they didn't know what they have done. Minato is considered a genius that appear once a century. For someone that is so highly praised, he is an idiot. There is a reason why the power of any Bijuu was never split. Splitting the power of a Bijuu ends up making the power impossible for humans to control. Even with the best training, the power alone will slowly kill their host. All Bijuu always control their power when sealed, but Minato removed that limiter and endangered his wife and daughter. Of course the Kyuubi would only be laughing at them from Naruto's stomach. We now see a bloodied retreat outside of Konoha, the village hidden in the leaf. It is October 10, the day that the Kyuubi tried to escape and ended up killing many people of Konoha. When Minato revealed the truth of that night, many praised him for his skills and Kushina and Mito for being heroes for holding the power of the Kyuubi. Unfortunately, Naruto was seen as the Kyuubi's reincarnate. The main reason being that during the sealing, Naruto's chakra network was destroyed. Many believed that Naruto is the Kyuubi because, like the Kyuubi, both lost their chakra yaki. They will hate and hunt Naruto all the time. At the end, they got away with it because Minato, the fourth Hokage, and Kushina, his mother, wouldn't believe him. Even with all the wounds he had, they would say, "Stop hurting yourself to get attention" or something like that. They saw that Naruto didn't matter because he didn't have chakra, so they would focus on Mito. Hell, they weren't training her yet and they said Mito needs all the attention for training. Naruto would always be left alone to fend for himself and feed himself. He would usually go out eating out of garbage when they forgot to feed him or look for a safe place to sleep when he is locked out of the house. Every now and then, a kind old man would take him home for a warm bed and hot food. This old-timer is Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage. He was greatly saddened by seeing his successor ignoring his only son to the point that he could drop dead any second when he first found him. He would try to bring up this problem at any chance he got, but Minato would later shift the topic from Naruto to Mito. Something that saddened him even more because he knew the reason behind it. Flashback. It was a month after the Kyuubi's attack and we find Ursulf at the Hokage's office with Minato doing paperwork. Then. Poof. We now see a man with spiky white hair that he usually ties back into a ponytail, with two shoulder-length bangs framing his face wearing a green short shirt kimono and matching pants, under which he wears mesh armor that is visible at his wrists and ankles. He also wears hand guards, a black belt, traditional Japanese wooden sandals, and a red haori with two yellow circles on each side. He carries a large scroll on his back. This man is Minato's sensei, Jiraiya, the Toad Sage. One of the legendary Sannin. Minato. The elder Toad told me that the prophecy changed. What? Minato shouted. He believed that he was the so-called child of prophecy, the one to bring peace to the world. He said a child loved by God. The child will be born on a dreadful night. A night full of pain and destruction. The child will receive the power of 9 and use it to bring peace, Jiraiya repeated the elder's words. So you think that the child is Mito? Minato asked. Yes. She was born on a dreadful night, the Kyuubi's attack, and received the power of 9, the Kyuubi. I'm sure that the sage of the sixth path love all that real chakra, so that is also covered. We need to make sure that she gets everything to save the world, Jiraiya pointed out. In the shinobi world, they consider the sage of the sixth path their god because he gave them chakra. There were some that didn't get chakra, so Jiraiya believed that he only loves those that have chakra. I agree, Minato said after giving it some thought. I will convince Kushina. Flashback end. Since that day, both parents agreed to focus on Mito so she would save the world. How wrong they were to make the choice. Damn villager. Redeed, Naruto whispered. Why can't they leave me alone? They are fools. That is why, Kit. The Kyuubi said from inside the seal. I say that this is the chance to leave this godforsaken village. No one is here to bring you back and most are back celebrating my imprisonment and your sister's birthday. Just get out of here, Kit, the Kyuubi said with venom. When he said sister, he hated the Namikazes. The Kyuubi is a kitsune yokai that respect a family man. Hell, he has some kids of his own that he was no longer able to see thanks to Hashirama. Thanks, Kurama. I will, Naruto replied back using his thought. Just hurry up, Kit. I don't want you getting used by this village anymore. The Kyuubi or Kurama had open access to talk to his host anytime he wanted due to the weak seal that Minato used on Naruto. Kurama was horrified to see how Naruto was treated and would help him as much as possible. He would tell stories of demons and their relatively peaceful life. Naruto would always enjoy his story and laugh at all the pranks that Kurama played as a young kitsune. The two became good friends. Naruto would head off randomly into the forest to get away from the village that wanted him dead. You need to find some food quick and a place to rest or you won't survive for long. I don't care. I just need to get away from that place, he replied. Naruto would keep running until he couldn't run anymore. He just dropped dead tired on an open field and fell asleep. However, he wasn't alone. Damn it, Kit. Now we're dead. Kurama complained as he looked from the seal to see a legendary beast in front of Naruto. The beast was looking at Naruto. So, what do you have here? A little human. The creature said as he examined Naruto. Stay away from my host, dragon. Kurama shouted. Trying to protect Naruto. Oh. A demon sealed inside a human. That is rare. So tell me who you are. The dragon asked. I'm Kurama, the nine-tailed fox. My host is Naruto. A child that was betrayed by his own family, Kurama said, trying to buy sympathy points with the dragon. I have heard of you. One of the strongest of your kind from a century ago. Show me this child's memory so I may judge him. The dragon commanded. Kurama used one of his fox magic to show illusions of Naruto past to the dragon. The child has suffered greatly under his own kin. So be it. I shall take him as my own. The dragon declared after witnessing Naruto's past. surprising Kurama greatly. Dragons rarely took in human children. When they do, they usually teach them Dragon Slayer magic, turning them into Dragon Slayers, one of the strongest warriors on the planet. Dragon Slayer magic was designed to be effective against dragons, but dragons are one, if not the strongest, race on the planet. The magic will still be powerful against any other, but more effective against dragons compared to any other race. May I ask for the name of my host? Kurama asked politely. Knowing that dragons are powerful, but he is stronger than normal dragon, but in his current condition, he can't face them. Ha! I'm the dragon god. The dragon shouted. Bahamut-sama. Till be continue. Later. It has been 7 years since Bahamut adopted Naruto and took him as his own son. Those were the best years that Naruto had. He finally had a father that loved him and protected him. News of the dragon god adopting a human child spread amongst the Yokai leaders. Some tried to kill Naruto to spite Bahamut. Of course, Bahamut dealt with them. At the age of 7, he started Dragon Slayer training. With his divine power and Kurama's help they managed to build a magic container for Naruto so he could learn Dragon Slayer magic. However, he didn't learn just one element dragon slaying magic, he learned 9 different kind of Dragon Slayer magic. As the son of Bahamut, he needed to be the strongest. The power should be overwhelming, but Kurama helped manage his power. Naruto, my boy, it is time. Bahamut said as he came up to his son training field. So it is time for me to leave. Naruto said with a sad smile. Don't cry my boy. I will see you again one day, but there is a time where the hatchling will leave the nest. It is your time. I know. As he held in his tear. I'm still going to miss you. He went up to hug his arm. I will miss you, my boy. As he lifted his other arm to give him a pat on his back with one of his claw. This will be my final gift for you. A bright shine start to slowly fall into Naruto's hand. What is it? He looked at the object. It looked like a hilt of a blade. Say restoration. Okay, restoration. Then the hilt shot out to become a full sword. His sword is in the form of a long sword with gold design on it. And it's Leifen's heaven blade from chrome-shelled Regios. Wow. Naruto looked at it in amazement. I call it a heaven's blade due to the power and how it look. It was made from one of my fangs. I had it designed, so only you can use it. It contains your DNA, and you can add others' DNA to the sword so they can use it. It has the power to create steel threads that you can use for defensive or offensive purposes. You can also call for it and it will return to you. He said with a warm smile, till it turned serious. The last purpose of it is to prevent you to turning into a dragon. If you chose to take on that dragon formation, there will be no going back. So keep that in mind. Getting a nod from Naruto. Be careful when you are out there. I will too, San. He said with a big fox grin. Goodbye son, until we meet again. I give you the surname of Pendragon. Farewell Naruto Pendragon. Bahamut said as he began to flap his wing and fly away. Until we meet again, he whispered to himself, letting a single tear fall. Don't worry. I'm still with you kid. You're right. It's time to see the world for myself. He shouted putting on his trench coat on. He wears the same outfit as Nero from Devil May Cry, Yosh. Let's go. Naruto shouted to the sky and started to run. And run. And run. He continued to run for an hour straight. Damn, he has a lot of stamina. Where are we going? I don't know. So we are running aimlessly? Yeah. You're an idiot. Yup. Naruto just kept on traveling aimlessly to find someone. All his life, after Bahamut adopted him, he spent his time in the cave and the forest surrounding it. He really had no idea where he is. For the next few days he just followed his nose. As a dragon slayer, his nose would put the Inyazuka and their dogs to shame. He smelled fur and fire and followed it. Naruto followed the trail to an empty battlefield. By the look of it, someone used fire and the other used lightning, he said as he examined the damage. Could it be shinobi that fought here? No, that fire is fox fire. The lightning is giving some yaki. A kitsune and the other is a thunder demon that was fighting here recently. Try to find the kitsune. It's time to see how my kin are doing. There is a problem. By the smell, there is a dead kitsune being dragged off by a thunder demon and another trail of a kitsune heading off to another direction. Naruto said, making Kurama mad. Damn does thunder demons. Do they think they can kill my kin and get away with it? Hunt those bastard down kid. But Kurama, the other one is alive and may need help. We should find the living kitsune first. Naruto said, trying to calm the angry kitsune. Grrrrrrrr. Fine, go find my surviving kin. Then we will go hunt them down. Naruto nodded and followed the trail into a forest. He followed the trail until he heard someone crying behind a tree. Sniff sniff, why do they have to kill my dad? A sad kid cried out. Then Naruto quietly approached the kid crying. The kid is very small in stature with brown auburn hair, green eyes, and a cream-colored fluffy tail. He wears blue pants, a turquoise shirt patterned with leaves, and a tan vest with a thin black belt. His feet look like those of a fox, so he doesn't wear shoes. His hair is kept up in a small ponytail with a turquoise bow. His ears are narrow and pointed. Hey Kurama. It's a kid Kitsune. Poor kid. Go cheer him up. Hey there. Naruto said softly. Ah. The child Kitsune jumped up in fright and started to climb up the tree to safety. Hey. I'm not here to hurt you. Naruto said as he raised his hand to show that he isn't going to hurt him. Sniff, how do I know that? You are human. Dad always say to never trust humans. The Kitsune said while wiping away his tears. Would you trust another Kitsune? Naruto asked. Of course, but you're not a Kitsune. The kid said. That is true, but I do have a Kitsune with me. According to him, he was famous. You might have heard of him. His name is Kurama. Naruto said as he said it as dramatic as he can. Kurama, ah. That Kurama. The one that achieved 9 tails but was captured by humans. He said in surprise as he remembered the stories that his dad told, stories of the legendary Kitsune. Yeah. Long story short, I was born on the night he escaped but was sealed into me. We have been friends since I was a kid. Naruto said as he raised his shirt to show the seal on his stomach. The kid examined the seal carefully but didn't understood it. I need more proof. The kid demanded. Hold my hand and I will take you into my mind and show you. He said as he offered his hand for the kid to grab. Fine. I will trust you for now. The kid said as he slowly held Naruto's hand. Naruto's mindscape. Welcome to my mind, Naruto said as he gestured to the open forest around him. Wow. The kid looked around in amazement. It was a forest that a Kitsune would love to live in. Now where is Kurama-sama? He demanded. I'm over here, kid. Kurama said from the lake nearby. Both headed to the lake. Ah. You weren't lying. Kurama-sama is in you. He shouted as he looked to his idol. Wait, he is sealed inside of you. The kid said as he pointed to Naruto. Hold up for a minute, Naruto said while trying to defend himself. No. I will free Kurama-sama. He started to throw some small fox fire at him. Naruto started to dodge the attack and started to run away. Not wanting to hurt the kid. Hey Kurama. Tell him to stop. Why, this is funny. Kurama said as he laughed at the situation. Stop moving so I can hit you. This continued for a few minutes before the kid tired himself out. Why didn't you stop him, Kurama? Naruto asked with an angry tick mark on Naruto's head. Because you could have eaten those fireball. You are a fire dragon slayer. Kurama said with a grin. Ah damn it. You are right. Naruto shouted while banging his hand against a tree while saying stupid repeatedly. Wait. A dragon. Slayer. The kid said in between pants. All demons and yokai knew of the legendary dragons and their dragon slayers. Oh well, we should start from the beginning. It all started. One explanation later. And I followed the trail to find you crying. Naruto said as he finished his story. The kid looked to Kurama for confirmation. Getting a nod from the older Kitsune. Wow. You are amazing, Naruto. I'm sorry for not trusting you before. The kid said with a bow. It's alright. You look like you needed help, so I came to help. Naruto said with a smile. So how about you tell me your name and what happened? Well, I'm Shippo. My dad died protecting me from the Thunder Brothers. A pair of brothers from the Thunder Demon tribe. They took my dad's body with them to use as a trophy. The now identified kid, Shippo said with some tears. Naruto then kicked him out of his mindscape and ended the connection with Kurama to return to reality. Back in the forest. Hey, what was that for? Shippo said as he held his head in pain. That gave me a headache. Naruto went up to pick up and carry Shippo with one hand onto his back. Hey, let me go. After a few minutes of struggling to get free, he gave up. Well, where are we going, Naruto? Shippo asked. We are going after the Thunder Brother. Surprising Shippo. I'm the son of Bahamut, he taught me several elements of Dragon Slayer magic. That includes lightning, so I can take them on. We need to go give your dad a proper burial. That I promise you. Naruto Pendragon never goes back on his word, Dadabayo. Bringing tears of joy to Shippo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Shippo said as he cried into Naruto's back. No problem. I may not be a Kitsune, but thanks to Kurama, you guys are family to me too. I will help you whenever you need it. Naruto said with a grin as he let Shippo go and let him walk on his own. Naruto. Yeah? Can I stay with you after this? I have nowhere else to go. Of course you can. The more the merrier. I just hope you are ready to handle all the adventure we are going to have. Naruto said with his trademark fox grin. Really? Getting a nod from Naruto. Yada. Shippo shouted with joy. He wasn't going to be alone. He had someone to call family now. Time skip. The two followed the trail of Shippo's father to a mountain. Only to be confronted by the Thunder Brother. One of them were using Shippo's dad's fur as a decorative sash. Ad. Shippo cried out when he saw how his father's body was used. Hey look, brother. It's the kitsune that escaped. One of the brother pointed out. He was a large bald demon with almost reptilian features. Looks like we don't have to go hunting for him. The other said with a smirk. The other brother looked mostly human that has long black hair and a braided ponytail style. Who are you, human? He said with venom. Many demons don't like the human race. Hand over Shippo's dad or I will kill you. Naruto said seriously while emitting a powerful killing intent. Ha! Do you really believe that, the human-looking one said before he was interrupted by the biggest surprise he ever had. Naruto quickly dashed past him and went for the bald one and ripped him apart with one arm. The demon fell down dead while Naruto still had his right arm that he used out. One down, one left to go. Naruto said darkly. Wow. Naruto is really powerful. Shippo thought with hope in retrieving his father's corpse. Manton. You bastard. The last demon yelled out in anger and took flight backward to create some distance and shot a lightning bolt at him. I, Titan, will avenge my brother, you damn human. Naruto allowed the lightning to hit him. As soon as it hit him, he started to eat the lightning. Burp, thanks for the meal. Now I've got a fire in my belly. He shouted with a cheesy grin. Damn. You're a slayer. Titan shouted as he realized that his attack will be useless now. Of course I'm a slayer. Let me introduce myself, I'm Naruto Pendragon, son of the dragon god Bahamut. Impossible. There is no way that the dragon god will take in a human. He shouted in denial. Well, let me show you the power of Bahamut's son. Naruto said as he generated lightning into his right fist. Lightning dragon's breakdown fist. Naruto shouted as he created a fist made of lightning charging at Titan. He said with a smile. He let the lightning hit him. He only took minimal damage. Ha. Do you think that lightning will be enough to take down a demon from the Thunder Demon tribe? He said with a laugh. Well, it was worth a try. Naruto said as he reached into his coat to pull out his sword. Restoration, the Heaven's Blade, was in full view for everyone. How about we do this the old school? He said as he laid his blade over his shoulder. Agreed. Titan said as he went down to take Naruto down with his staff. He already realized that a fight with their power will be useless. Titan quickly dashed toward Naruto and tried to slash him with staff. Only to have Naruto block it. Easy. Naruto said with a smirk. Don't get cocky, human. Titan shouted in frustration as he tried to hit him, but Naruto parried all attack. Why wouldn't you just die? Because I promise. Naruto said as he decided to end the battle. He focused enough magic into his sword to destroy Titan's staff. What the Titan said in shock. The staff used to belong to his father that he inherited. Fire Dragon Iron Fist. Naruto shouted as he charged up his left hand with enough fire to pierce him. Naruto attacked his stomach and leaving a hole there for him to die. Why you BB bastard, Titan said while coughing up blood. Then shortly died. Hey Shippo. You can come out now. Naruto shouted to Shippo. Alright. Shippo came out while holding his father's fur. Wow. You are really strong. Not really. I have skills, but the two attack I used to kill them were full of magic, so it was a little overkill. Naruto said as he wiped off his sweat. That fight was my first and took a lot out of me. I needed to show that I was worthy of being Bahamut's son. I think you are strong enough, Naruto. Thanks, Shippo. So how do we bury your dad? I don't know. He said embarrassedly. Shippo, burn him with foxfire. It's tradition to burn someone important with foxfire. Kurama said from the seal. Okay, Kurama-sama. Shippo said as he placed the fur to the ground and set it ablaze with his foxfire, turning it to ashes. No problem, kid. Drop the sama, we are now family. Hi, Kurama. Shippo said while letting more tears slip his eye. Naruto went off to burn the demon brother's body too. Shippo gave him a confused look. Everyone deserved to have some form of goodbye when going to the next life. A burial of any kind is usually the way to go. Shippo still looked confused. We are not them, Shippo. We are better than them. Don't stoop to their level. Finally Shippo understood his reasons. Time skip. After the death of the Thunder Brothers, Shippo stayed with Naruto and Kurama. Shippo told them that they were in the land of demons. A place that demons consider neutral ground, so anything is fair game in that country. The two had a great time traveling the country. Naruto and Shippo would have a little contest of who is a better prankster when visiting a village. Surprisingly, the humans didn't mind Shippo being in their village. He was only a child and did nothing wrong to them. So what is the next step? Shippo asked while on Naruto's back. He got tired of walking. No idea. I still want to see how humans deal with demons, so I guess the next destination is a demon slayer village that the villagers pointed out before. Are you sure that is a smart thing to do? Some demon slayers just go around killing all demons they could find. Shippo said worriedly. Shippo, your family. I will protect you with my dying breath. Thanks. The two headed off to the Demon Slayer village located a couple hours away. Only to see. Hey. I see smoke. A lot of smoke. Shippo said as he pointed towards the village. Not good. Double time Shippo. Naruto said as he started to run to the village. Both started to head to the village. Only to find a graveyard. There was demons and humans' body everywhere. It was a massacre. Shippo look for any survival. Naruto orders Shippo. He listened to Naruto and started to search the village. AHH. Shippo scream. Shippo. Naruto shouted out and ran to the source of Shippo's voice. Hey, stop it. Shippo said while laughing. That tickles. Naruto finally reached Shippo to find a demon that appears to be a small adorable kitten-sized feline with red eyes, a marking on her forehead, and two tails. Oh. Naruto said to realize that it was only a friendly demon. So is this the only survivor? Only to see the cat demon to walk up to Naruto and start tugging at his leg. I think she wants us to follow her. Shippo said. The two decided to go ahead and follow the cat. Only to find her digging at a large pile of dead demons. Ooh. Someone under the bodies moan. Hey, there is someone under all that. Shippo shouted as he heard the moan and went ahead to start lifting the body. Naruto joined in to dig up what is underneath. Only to find a girl about the same age of Naruto. She is about the same height as Naruto, 59-inch with brown eyes and long dark brown hair. She wore pink eyeshadow, and her long hair was usually tied loosely with a ribbon, though it was tied in a high ponytail. She wore a black skin-tight jumpsuit with pink armor plates made of demon parts and a red sash around her waist for decoration. She is a demon slayer. But what? Naruto asked as he started to carry her bridal style to an intact house. She is too young. The armor shows she is a slayer, but most demon slayers start at the age of 15. Well, she is getting more interesting. He said as he laid her down onto a bed and started to wrap up her wounds. It was the only thing he knew. Shippo. We are going to stay here with her until she wakes up. Watch over while I go bury the villagers and burn the demons. Alright. Damn, this is going to be a long day. Naruto said as he looked at all the bodies to clean up. Till next time. Naruto's Dragon Slayer magic. Fire Dragon Slayer magic. Water Dragon Slayer magic. Veil Dragon Slayer magic. Sky Dragon Slayer magic. Lighting Dragon Slayer magic. Earth Dragon Slayer magic. Shadow Dragon Slayer magic. Light Dragon Slayer magic. Poison Dragon Slayer. The one with question marks are up for suggestion, if none then they will be the one I set up. Give recommendation for the 3 elements in question. If I like your element, I will use it. Some may have an advanced form and combine elements. Sky is healing and support magic. Gale is offensive magic. Last time. Shippo. We are going to stay here with her until she wakes up. Watch over while I go bury the villagers and burn the demons. Alright. Damn, this is going to be a long day. Naruto said as he looked at all the bodies to clean up. For the rest of the day, Naruto spent cleaning up the destroyed Demon Slayer village. He laid out all the humans' body by the graveyard he made. He didn't want to bury them before the girl could say goodbye. The demons were all burnt to ashes. He worked all day and all night without rest. When he finished cleaning up, he fell asleep and left Shippo in charge. Arg. Came from the girl when she finally wake up the next day in the morning. She found the cat demon jump up to her. Hey Kurara. She said with a smile before realizing it. Father. She screamed out and started to look around. Only to see Shippo being woken up by her scream. Ah. Shippo woke up and fell down to the ground from the table he was sleeping on. Ow my head. Shippo landed on his head and started to rub it. Oh you're awake lady. What happened? Wait. My family. My village. The girl started to panic and tried to get up, but her injuries stopped her. A lady. Shippo said to get her attention. Everyone is dead. Be dead? I'm sorry. Me and Naruto were heading to this village to find it in ruins. Everyone, demons and humans, were found dead. You and that cat demon were the only one we found. They're dead. She thought. Naruto spent the whole day, yesterday, cleaning up the village as best as he could. He found all the dead human and left them outside for you to see. The girl started to cry and was tightly clinging onto the cat. Shippo went up to her to pat her on the back. This went on for 10 minutes before she finally calmed down. Finally she stopped crying. Oh. I'm Shippo. A kitsune. Shippo said with a smile. A smile that she returned. Shippo. Did this Naruto really clean up my village? She asked. Yeah he did. Come on I will show you. Shippo went over to help the girl stand up and led her to the makeshift graveyard. The girl saw many destroyed building but didn't see any demon's body. Where are the demons? I know that many died during their assault. Ah. Naruto burned all those bodies last night after finding all the humans. Where is this Naruto? Oh, he is sleeping. Somewhere. He worked all day and night to clean the village and rebuild the wall to the best of his ability. This surprised the girl. Why would a stranger do so much for a dead village? Naruto really interested her now. There is the graveyard he made and the bodies. Shippo pointed to where all the bodies were lined up. Oh, there is Naruto. He said to her as he pointed to a redeed sleeping under a tree close by. That's Naruto. But, he is so young. She said in surprise. Hey. You are about the same age as him. Shippo pointed out. He's 12 years old. Me too, she thought. Shippo went over to Naruto to wake him up. Naruto, wake up. He started to shake him. The girl is awake. Ugh. Let me sleep. Grrrr. Foxfire. Shippo grew tired of trying to wake Naruto up, so he decided to throw a fireball at him. Ah. Naruto shouted in pain from the fire. Even for a dragon slayer, he is still defenseless when asleep. Damn it, Shippo. What was that for? Naruto yelled at him while hitting him on the head. Oh. Shippo complained about the pain. Naruto then turned to see the girl. Oh. Hey. I'm Naruto Pendragon. Naruto said as if nothing happened in the last couple seconds, causing the girl to giggle. He just walked over to her to shake her hand. I'm Sango. The girl said while shaking his hand. Then Kurara gave a little roar. This is Kurara. Nice meeting you too. He said with a bright smile, till it turned sad. My condolences. Thanks. Sango said with a sad smile. Well, let's go. It's time for you to say your goodbye. He led her to the bodies. Thanks for all your help, but I have to ask. Why did you help my village? She asked. Everyone deserves a proper goodbye. Even the dead deserve to be buried. The two went over to the line of bodies and Sango said her goodbye to them. Kurara and Shippo just stayed back and give her the space she needs. Sango was crying all throughout her goodbyes. Naruto did his best to comfort her. Naruto. Is this all the bodies you found? She asked as she was still looking for someone. Yeah. I checked everywhere to gather the dead. I even checked the mouth of the demons to see if any ate them. I found no evidence that any did eat the villagers. He said grimly. I don't see my little brother. He should be here. She said worriedly. I guess he survived. He's alive. Kahaku is alive. She said with tears building up. I look for anyone trying to escape by following human scent. I only found one that was carried off with demons. I think that your brother was captured. I'm sorry. Kahaku. She screamed out in despair and started to cry. Naruto just hugged her and let her cry. After a few minutes after she finished. What is your plan? He asked Sango. I'm going after Kahaku. She shouted as she started to walk to her house. Are you sure? He looked at her seriously. Of course, she shouted at him before he interrupted her. You will die. You barely survived that attack on your village. You need to get stronger and allies if you want to find him. Besides, you don't have any idea where to start looking. She just gritted her teeth in frustration and recognizing the truth. What do you think I should do then? She cried out as she dropped to her knees. Naruto went to her and gave her a hug. Only to have Sango blush a little. I say join us. Join you guys. Yeah. I found Shippo after his father was killed and he wanted to follow me. I'm just exploring the world. But you're 12. Yeah. A 12-year-old dragon slayer. He said with a grin. A dragon slayer? She shouted in shock. She knew that dragon slayers are very powerful and very rare to find. Yup. My dad is Bahamut. The dragon god. Bahamut. He found me 7 years ago and raised me. It was my time to leave a few weeks ago. He said with a sad smile. I'm going to travel and help out anyone I find. Demons and humans alike. They should hear about stuff around the world. Demons taking in humans are rare news. If you join us, we could follow Led, but the chances in finding him are still low. After giving it some thought. Okay. I will join you. Well, before it's official. Why? I have no one left. Kahaku could be lost forever. I may have been a prodigy demon slayer, but I never finished my training. You will be the best chance to find him and I don't want to be alone. She said shyly for the last part. Like Shippo. Well, welcome to our band of misfit Sango. He said with a smile while offering her a handshake. Happy to be aboard. She said with a smile. Before we start on anything, why do you have whiskers? She asked. She was curious since she first laid her eyes on them. Oh, well, that is a long story. He said while rubbing the back of his head. She just stared at him, waiting for an answer. One background story later. Wow. I would never thought that you were a Jinchuriki. She said in shock. To hear that Naruto been through so much pain at an early age was horrifying. It made her lose hope on humanity, but once she heard that he held out for all those years, she looked at him in a new light. Someone at the age of 5 that never faltered. He stood up and fought through all the pain. Someone her age that had it worse and he outshined her in her darkest moment. Well, it's in the past. I could care less about it. I would just be careful when around Konoha. I feel like they may kidnap me for my new power. Still, that is not going to stop me. I will be there to help you. Surprising Naruto. I won't let you stand alone against the pain that you felt all those years ago. Like how you were today. She said with a smile. Yay. Sango is going to join us. Shippo jump up in joy. Meow. Kurara let out. Time skip 1 year. A couple month has passed since Sango and Kurara joined the group. During their travel they helped out a lot of villagers that were plagued by bandits or demons. Sango and Naruto easily handled them, but when they faced a shinobi, it was a little more difficult. Shinobi were agile, so they always dodged many of their attack. They dodged Naruto's Dragon Slayer magic and Sango's weapons, like her Hirokatsu, the big boomerang. They eventually took down the shinobi, but it took more effort than usual. Naruto suggested that they take a break to get stronger. They went back to her village so she could learn more about being a demon slayer and continue her shinobi training. They spent the year training their skills. Naruto managed to unlock his dragon force and learned how to use 2 elements at the same time. Even Sango thought train him in swordsmanship. He became better at using his Heaven's Blade and the steel threads that it can create. Hell, Naruto inputted Sango's and Shippo's DNA into the sword so they can use it. Of course, Shippo couldn't use it because he was too young, but Sango fell in love with the sword. She would always ask for it at any chance she got. He could take on Jonin-level shinobi. When he used dual elements, he could take on Cage-level shinobi. Dragon Force allow him to compete with Bijuas and many high-level demons. Sango learned all the techniques she could from the scrolls. She even learned how to be a ninja because she was one of the few to be born with chakra. She used chakra mainly for enhancing her physical capabilities. She did learn some jutsus like the basic 3 and several fire and wind jutsu. She had an affinity for both fire and wind elemental jutsus. She even took on Fuin jutsu and became a level 7 seal master, with 10 being the highest. If she had red hair, she could call herself an Uzumaki. Naruto really helped her out. Even though he didn't learn any form of jutsu, being part Uzumaki, Fuin jutsu naturally came to him. He understood the formulas behind many seals. Sango could take on Jonin-level shinobi. When she starts using jutsus with her fighting, she could take out Black Ops, Anbu-level shinobi. Shippo and Kurara didn't change in the past year. Except, Shippo became better at creating illusions under Kurama's tutelage. He is now capable of fooling Chunin-level shinobi with his illusions. Beside that, the two just played with each other and the rest of the group. Although, Kurara's transformation into her full-size demon form, flames emerged from her feet and tails, and her power increased considerably, allowing her to battle even the strongest of demon opponents. That surprised the two boys. Naruto and Sango definitely got closer after their first encounter. The day she joined Naruto's group, she already liked him. He was a good guy that help anyone whenever he can. Seeing that he selflessly clean up her village and buried the dead impress her. Also the whisker mark didn't help too. During their travel, many girls would flirt with Naruto. It turned out that whiskers are a real turn-on for girls. Sango would just stand back and watch. Sometimes she would hit Naruto and call him a pervert when he respond back to their advances. "Are you ready, Sango?" Naruto shouted out to Sango from the gate. "Almost." She called back. "Goodbye father, mother. I promise I will find out what happened to Kahaku," she said as she touched her parents' gravestone. Then she went off to join Naruto, Kurara and Shippo at the main gate. "So what are we going to do next?" "I plan on traveling near the 5 major shinobi village. We couldn't find anything on Kahaku when we traveled around the countries away from them. We may find something out there and it could be fun." "Yeah. You are too carefree," Sango said as she shook her head. "That's Naruto for you," Shippo commented. "Alright, let's go," Naruto shouted. The land of waves. The group had traveled far and wide. Only to hear that there is a country in need of help. In the land of waves, Gato of Gato Company took control of the country and oppressed the people of Wave. It was decided that they would go there to take on Gato. They faced demons, bandits and shinobi, now it's time to take down criminal mastermind. Finally Kurara managed to take them to the island on her back. They only found a large gathered near the center of town. They saw Gato near a cross with a guy on it. Many people were shouting to have him free. "Stop it. Let Kaiza go." Many citizens of Wave cried out for their hero. Only to be ignored by the short man. "This is what you get when you go against me," Gato shouted out to the crowd. "Zabuza, finish him." The man, Zabuza, drew his large butcher blade, the Kubikirabacho, and swung it towards Kai's head. "Let's go," Naruto whispered from the crowd. "Right," Sango replied. The two dashed to Kaiza. Restoration. Naruto stuck his blade in the hull of Kubikirabacho to stop the attack. Sango threw Hirokatsu at the thugs surrounding the execution ground to take them out. What the hell? Gato shouted in surprise. Naruto merely gave a cold stare to Zabuza that sent shivers down his spine. Who the hell is this kid? Zabuza thought with a hint of fear. Nice sword you got there. He said with a smirk under his mask. Thanks, my father gave it to me. He replied back with his own smirk. Naruto said as he jumped up from Kubikirabacho and landed right between Kaiza and Zabuza. Well, I'm going to have to take that from you. You can try, Shinobi. Naruto said as he readied himself for battle. Sango. Check on the guy on the cross. Make sure that no one else is attacked by Gato and his goons. I will take care of the ninja. Be careful. She said. Am I always? No, she quickly responded to make Naruto look down in depression. So quick he whispered to himself. Fine. Let's get this party started. He shouted then charge at Zabuza. Zabuza just block his attack and block and block. Damn, this kid isn't normal. Zabuza thought as he struggled with his opponent. Not being able to parry any of his attack. He jumped back then, hit and missed jutsu. A fog of mist appeared all around the execution ground. Not so fast. Sky Dragon Roar. Naruto shouted as a tornado appeared from his mouth and blew all the mist away. Gale Dragon Roar would be overkill in this area, he thought to himself. What the hell is that? Zabuza shouted in shock. I never seen any wind jutsu like that before. That's because it isn't wind jutsu. It's Dragon Slayer magic. Magic? There is no such thing as magic. That is for you to believe. My friends believe in me and my power. O swift wind that dashes through the heavens, Vernier Naruto chanted to give him the ability to hover around. Surprising Zabuza. No way. Only the old man, Inoki, can fly like that. Maybe this kid can use magic, Zabuza thought in shock as Naruto was able to move faster and get a slash on Zabuza's back. Zabuza-sama, someone thought. Surrender Zabuza. Gato is finished. Naruto commanded as he saw Zabuza on his knees in pain. Then suddenly someone threw a lot of senbons at Naruto. Only for Naruto to dodge them. I will not allow you to harm Zabuza-sama. A shinobi in a mask jumped in front of Zabuza after the first barrage of senbon. He has another partner, Naruto thought as he examined the ninja. The Sango jumped into the fray. Are you okay? Sango asked him. I'm good. I dodged just on time. Naruto replied. Handle her, Sango. Right. Sango went in to attack the new shinobi that arrived with her katana. Only to have her block it with her senbon into a deadlock. I will not allow you to harm Zabuza-sama. She started to do one-handed hand seal. Ice style. 1,000 flying ice needles of death, many senbons made of ice started to form all around them. Then she launched them all at Sango. Fire style. Flame wall. Sango kicked Haku away and did some quick hand seals. 4-wall flame came out of the ground and covered her. Turning all the ice needles into steam. Not bad. A Kekkei Genkai. This is the first bloodline user I faced. She said with a smile. Excited to test herself against the all-powerful Kekkei Genkai. Ice style. Demonic mirroring ice crystals, the girl called out as a dome made of many ice mirror appeared around Sango. This isn't looking good, Naruto thought as he restrained Zabuza with his steel threads quietly. There isn't any opening, Sango thought as she looked around. The girl launched a barrage of senbons at Sango. Only for Sango to block it with Hirokatsu. Give up, there isn't a way to escape this jutsu. There is a way and I will find it. That's it. Sango thought as she realized what to do next. She went through some hand seals again. Fire style. Fire Dragon Roar. She shouted as a fire dragon appeared from her hands and went for a single ice mirror. She developed that jutsu because she needed a precision attack with a lot of firepower like Naruto's Fire Dragon Roar. The difference is that Sango's version is smaller scale and meant for a single person attack. That won't work. My ice is special. She said as she believed that Sango's attack won't work. Sango just ignored her and continued to feed the flame to that single mirror. Soon it started to crack and all the mirrors started to melt. Sango finally stopped and threw her Hirokatsu at the mirrors. To the girl's surprise, the mirror shattered. What? She said in panic as her jutsu lost for the first time in her life. It's simple. You need to constantly feed chakra to all the mirrors. If I focus on one, then all will lose power faster than attacking all the mirrors. Craft a weak chain link and they all fall down. Sango said with a smirk. The girl just got up after being hit by Hirokatsu and prepare herself for battle. Bonk. She was knocked out. Standing behind her was Naruto with a fist raised. Good job. Naruto said nonchalantly. Making Sango sweat drop at how easy Naruto made it beating her. Watch these two. We need to question them later. Naruto head off to the crowd gathered nearby and went to the injured Kaiza. Here, let me heal you. His hands started to glow blue as he used the Sky Dragon's healing spell to heal Kaiza. Better. Yeah. Thanks kid. You saved my life. Kaiza said. You guys are heroes. Thank you so much. We can never repay you too. Came from the crowd. No problem. We came here to deal with Gato in the first place. Helping someone in danger is natural for us. Naruto said with a smile. Then an old man stepped up. Who sent you? He asked with a suspicious gaze on them. He doubt that people with power like that will come here without a selfish reason. Nowhere. We are just a couple of adventurers traveling the world. You guys aren't the first we help. By the way, I'm Naruto. He pointed to Sango. Over there is Sango. He started to look around to find his other friends. Shippo. Kurara. Where are you two? He shouted to find the two demons. Roar. The roar came from above letting everyone to see a two-tailed demon cat. Everyone got scared and started to run away. Until it landed next to Naruto and transformed back into her cute self. Hey Naruto. Kurara and I were just hiding up there. Shippo said as he petted her. What are they? The demons. Kill it. They will kill us if we don't. Many people started to panic when they saw Kurara and Shippo. Hey. Naruto yelled out to the crowd. Calm down. These two are demons, but they're not going to harm you guys. But they're demons. So? They will kill us. So did Gato. He killed more people than these two have. Just because they are demons doesn't mean they go around killing people. Hell, demons attack by humans first because they look different. Demons only defended themselves until they hated humans for their constant attack. Humans are more evil than demons. Demons are just creatures like us that live their own life. The only difference is that they give or born more powerful than humans. Getting a surprised look from the entire crowd. They never thought of it that way. Only to realize that Naruto was right. They wanted to kill two lives because they were different. Action defines a person. Not their race, Naruto said. Bringing more agreement in the crowd. We're sorry. They apologize. Don't apologize to me. The one you hurt are these two. The crowd faced Shippo and Kurara. We're sorry kid. I guess we let our fear get the better of us and didn't think the demons are people trying to live their life too. Like us. Apology accepted. Shippo said with a big grin. Meow. Kurara said in agreement with Shippo. Time skip. After saving Kaiza, they welcome our group to a celebration for their new heroes. Gato ran away and hid in his mansion. Naruto and Sango interrogate Zabuza and the girl, Haku. They learn that they were working for Gato to fund the rebels in Kiri. Kiri is currently in a civil war against their bloodline users. Naruto set them free in one condition that they tell them where Gato is. They told Naruto and Sango where Gato were. Naruto and Sango went to the mansion to finish what they started and kill Gato. Before giving Gato to the people of Wave for public execution, they had him sign over the rights to Gato Company to Kaiza and his family. Kaiza became the new CEO and renamed the company to Wave's trading industry. His first project was to fund for a bridge that Tazuna, his father-in-law, and they named it the Great Pendragon Bridge. They name it after Naruto, but Naruto suggested to name it as his surname because he didn't want anyone to find out who he is. That day, the land of Wave remembered Naruto, Sango, Kurara and Shippo as heroes of Wave. The group took a ship to Land of Water to deal with the bloodline war. Something that they found odd because Kurama told the group that the current Mizukage, Yugura, is the Jinchuriki of Isobu. Isobu hasn't responded to any of the calls between the Bijuas, so he believed there is something wrong. However, they didn't go alone. Haku and Zabuza followed them. Zabuza stated that it was time for him to fight on the front line and that Naruto and his friends are following him. Once in water, Zabuza led the group to Mei, the leader of the rebellion. She accepted Zabuza's word and let the group join the rebels to fight Yagir. Naruto said he will deal with Yagir because Kurama believed that Yagir is being controlled by someone. The war went on for a few more months before the final clash. During the final clash, Naruto, Zabuza and Mei faced Yagura alone. Yagura went full Biju mode, but Naruto used his dragon force to face him. To Mei and Zabuza's surprise, Naruto was overwhelming Yagura and beaten him unconscious. Before Zabuza killed Yagura, Naruto stopped him and went into his mindscape to find Yagura was under a powerful genjutsu. Far away from the battle, there was some sort of Venus flytrap person watching. Only to say, interesting. They took him prisoner and interrogated him to find out the truth. The truth was that a masked Uchiha put him under a genjutsu. The truth was revealed to the new Mizukage, Mei and her new council. Zabuza became the new leader of the 7 Swordsmen of the Mist. They pardoned him for his crime and the bloodline users forgave him. Understanding that he was controlled by an Uchiha. They welcome our merry band of slayers and demons as heroes. They offered them to join the group. Even accepting the fact that this could lead to war with Konoha because of Naruto's background. They say they wanted to stay in Kiri for a while because Naruto picked up that there was a demon out terrorizing humans everywhere. Naruto pointed out that this could lead to Kahaku. He pointed out that demons could have attacked her village long before she was born because her home were famous for making many demon slayers throughout history. Why would they attack suddenly if they hated her home for a long time? Sango came to a conclusion that someone rallied the demons to attack her home. This was the first clue to Kahaku in many years, so they agreed to join Kiri temporary. This all happened in 1 year. Both Sango and Naruto look everywhere to find any clues. They only found that this demon that attacked humans wore a baboon cloak. They were planning to leave Kiri, but Mei asked for one last job to do. Even though they never joined the Shinobi Corps, they still did jobs for Kiri. Now we go to the Mizukage's tower. Good to see you four. Mei said. Looking at Kurara, Shippo, Sango, and Naruto. Thank you Mei. Naruto replied. Good to see you Mizukage. Sango said with a bow. The last job I have for you is to represent us in the Chunin exams this year in Konoha. Mei said. Surprising the group. You do know that this could lead to war. I heard that the Toad Sage have been looking for me during the year with more effort than before. Naruto pointed out. Naruto heard that Jiraiya have been putting more effort into finding Naruto during his year in Kiri. The question was why now? I know. I'm willing to accept the risk, but we need the best to get clients. She said. Fine, give it to us. Sango said. Surprising Naruto and Shippo. What? Shippo and Naruto shouted in unison. Naruto, you need to face your past sooner or later. This way, you would have protection from Kiri. Sango pointed out. Shippo nodded in agreement to her logic. Fine, Naruto said with a pout. Bring them in. Mei said to her guard, ow. Opening the door for Yugura and Haku to walk in. Yugura and Haku helped Naruto and Sango on their quest to find Kahaku. Yugura was grateful to Naruto for saving his life and Haku became interested in Naruto. Something that Sango kept her eye on. Haku will be your third teammate and Yugura will be your Jonin sensei. This way, Konoha will think of taking you. They would never take the risk of having a perfect Jinchuriki attack their village. She said with a sly smile. Fine then. This will be the last job, then it will be our time to leave. Naruto said. Of course. But remember that Kiri will always help you in your time of need. Getting a smile from the group. Haku raised her hand. Mizukage-sama, may I make a request? Go ahead. Mei said. I wish to retire and go with Naruto and Sango. Haku said with a blush. Surprising everyone. Mei only smiled at this. Ever since Mei and Zabuza started to date, she saw Haku as her own daughter and only want her to be happy. You're free to go with him. Mei said with a smile and walked to her to give her a hug. Just promise me to be careful out there. I will. Haku said with a smile. Till next time. Naruto's Dragon Slayer Magic. Fire Dragon Slayer Magic, Purgatory Dragon Slayer Magic, higher level of Fire Dragon Slayer Magic and Explosive Dragon Slayer Magic, unique element. Water Dragon Slayer Magic, Sea King Dragon Slayer Magic, higher level of Water Dragon Slayer Magic and Ice Dragon Slayer Magic, unique element. Veil Dragon Slayer Magic. Sky Dragon Slayer Magic. Lighting Dragon Slayer Magic. Earth Dragon Slayer Magic, Cavern Dragon Slayer Magic, higher level of Earth Dragon Slayer Magic and Crystal Dragon Slayer Magic, unique element. Shadow Dragon Slayer Magic. White Dragon Slayer Magic. Poison Dragon Slayer Magic. Last time. Haku will be your third teammate and Yugura will be your Jonin sensei. This way, Konoha will think of taking you. They would never take the risk of having a perfect Jinchuriki attack their village. She said with a sly smile. Fine then. This will be the last job, then it will be our time to leave. Naruto said. Of course. But remember that Kiri will always help you in your time of need. Getting a smile from the group. Haku raised her hand. Mizukage-sama, may I make a request? Go ahead. Mei said. I wish to retire and go with Naruto and Sango. Haku said with a blush. Surprising everyone. Mei only smiled at this. Ever since Mei and Zabuza started to date, she saw Haku as her own daughter and only want her to be happy. You're free to go with him. Mei said with a smile and walked to her to give her a hug. Just promise me to be careful out there. I will. Haku said with a smile. Are you sure you want to go with us, Haku? Naruto asked his friend. Do you remember? Haku asked him with a smile. Flashback. It was during the Civil War. When Naruto and his group arrived, the rebels started to turn the tide. Naruto's power was so destructive that he could take on large of enemies at the same time. Sango provided great support to him. Shippo was too young to fight, so he stayed with Mei at HQ. Mei loved the little kitsune. She didn't care if he was a demon or not, he was adorable. Plus, she knew that the real demon in the country was Yugura for pointlessly slaughtering the bloodline users. Haku was sent with a squad on a raid on one of Yugura's campsite near their territory. The mission went wrong and she and couple of her team members were captured. What do you mean she's captured? Naruto yelled when he heard the news. We underestimated them and Haku and her squad were captured. Mei replied. Then send help. You think we can't? I want to save her too. She is like a daughter to me, but this is war and I can't send men in without thinking of the possible consequences. Mei shouted with tears in her eyes. Naruto's word hit at her hard. Since Zabuza came back, they started to date again. Seeing that Zabuza saw her as a daughter, Mei saw her as one too. Then Naruto turned to Sango, and she nodded. Both started to leave with Shippo and Kurara. Where you four going? Mei asked while standing up. We don't leave a friend behind, Sango said. Yeah? If you won't go, then we will go. Shippo said enthusiastically. The group went off to rescue Haku. Many believed that they would fail because Yagura would publicly execute bloodline users to draw in more. After 3 days, they came back with Haku and her team safe. End of flashback. You saved me. I owe you and Sango. If helping you on your travels means that I can repay your kindness, then so be it. Haku said with a smile. I told you before, you owe us nothing. That is what friends do for each other. Naruto said as he pat her head. I still want to go. Haku said stubbornly. He turned to Sango to ask for her opinion. What do you think, Sango? I'm fine with it. Then she walked up to Haku to whisper something. He is mine. Haku whispered something back. We will see. The two girls look at each other with deadly glares. Some people in the room could see lightning coming out of their eyes. Hey Gaki. Zabuza said as he came into the room from nowhere. You better take care of her. I will. Naruto said as he pounded his chest with confidence. If you hurt her, I will kill you. He said deadly. Why would I hurt her? She is my friend. He asked with an confused look. Everyone in the room, including Kurara and Shippo, sweat drop. Zabuza just hit him on the head. Aitai. Naruto grabbed onto his head in pain. Stupid Gaki. Zabuza muttered. Mei only giggled while Yagura just shake his head. Well, that is your mission. Go pack up and get ready. Mei ordered. Right. The 3 kids said in unison. I wonder what has been happening in the village. Naruto asked himself. Konoha. The Chunin Exam are being hosted in the village this year. The 4th Hokage said tiredly. Things have changed. Flashback. It was 8 years ago that started his troubles. It was Mito's 5th birthday and everyone was having fun. Mito was talking to Ino and Hinata. Many of the clan heirs or heiress and clan heads showed up for this event. Mito is Konoha's princess after all. They were all happy until Hiruzen came into the room looking for the parents of the children of today's birthday. He was holding a big present for a special somebody. Hiruzen, welcome. You made it for Mito's birthday. Minato said with glee as he welcomed his predecessor. Hiruzen only frowned at him but quickly smiled as Minato and Kushina arrived. Then Mito came over with a big smile. Oh boy. A big present for me. Mito shouted as she hugged the present that Hiruzen was carrying. He only gave her a sad smile. I'm sorry Mito-chan, but this present is for Naruto-kun. Where is he? It is his birthday today. Everyone became silent. Hiruzen knew exactly what he was doing. Naruto would show up to the Sarutobi compound to celebrate his birthday with his family, the Ichiraku, Mikoto, Itachi, and Izumi. Izumi is an Uchiha that was Itachi's friend during their younger days. As they grew up, he started to date her and she would help out watching over Naruto. Itachi and Izumi became an older brother and sister for Naruto. However, Sasuke was friends with Mito and went to her birthday party. He thought Naruto was a nobody because he had no chakra. They always cared for Naruto. He was an innocent kid that got a bad hand in life. However, this year, he didn't show up. The people got worried and Itachi decided to go look for him. Only to find nothing. Hiruzen figured that he can use this moment to fix the Namikaze. Too bad it's too late. Well, where is Naruto-kun? Don't tell me you forgot about him. He said with a fake horror face. Inside, he was smirking. Oh, of course not. Naruto is, Kushina said, but couldn't continue because she knew absolutely nothing about her son. The Minato tried to continue for Kushina but had the same problem. I don't know, both thought in unison. Well, I will tell you too where he is. Giving the Namikaze a sliver of hope and finding out where their only son is. He should be at my clan's compound for his birthday that we celebrate together like last year. Making them flinch and surprising many clan heads that were listening in. However, he didn't show up and we can't find him anywhere. I thought he may be here celebrating his birthday, but it looks like I was wrong. Hiruzen said. Then he left the room to go back home. He did what he needed and knew that his only hope in finding Naruto is with Itachi. That failure of a brother? Mito thought. She never liked her brother. He was viewed as a useless member of the family that didn't deserve anything. The funny thing is that she is a kind girl, but to her brother, she is a little cruel to him. After the door closed to show that Hiruzen left, chaos appeared. Minato and Kushina went to go look for Naruto in his room, but they didn't know which one was his room. What they didn't know was that Naruto's room was one of the guest room that they saved. Minato gathered the Aburam, Hyuga, and Inyazuka clan heads to get them to form a search party to find Naruto. Kushina broke down into tears in realizing that they forgot about her only son. It was unforgivable in Uzumaki standards, but deep down, a voice told her that she was an amicus. She ignored that voice. The party was cancelled. After an entire of night searching, they only found a pool of blood that belonged to Naruto. Kushina broke down crying even more, but heard that there was a trail that Naruto left that lead away from the village. The scent ended in an open field and they couldn't find anything else. Not even his scent or anyone else. Kushina started to panic and went out of the village as much as possible to find him. However, Minato convinced her to stay at home to watch over Mito. She reluctantly agreed because she thought that someone kidnapped Naruto and would do the same to Mito. What she doesn't know that Mito is already safe. Minato marked both Kushina and Mito with his Haration. It was something she forgot about during her panic attack. It took a few days until she asked why didn't she teleport Naruto back. He revealed that he never marked Naruto, saying that it's a waste to mark him. This only strained their marriage. The only reason she didn't divorce him is due not wanting to hurt Mito. The search was called off after a year of searching due to lack of leads. Jiraiya's spy network and their shinobis couldn't find anything on Naruto. Then came the next problem, the Uchiha coup d'etat. Someone let out the knowledge that the Sharingan could control Biju. The village began to suspect them of the Kyuubi's attack ever since then. They would deny that rumor, but the fact that Minato didn't do anything only support the claim. Minato knew the dangers of the Sharingan and he blamed the Uchiha for the loss of his son. He knew that it was a rogue Uchiha, but it's easier to blame someone else. They got tired of the treatment and were planning to do something about it. It was then that Minato ordered Shisui Uchiha to kill off the clan, except the loyals one. That only left Mikoto, Sasuke, Itachi, and Izumi. Sasuke wanted to avenge his clan and kill Shisui because Itachi refused to get revenge. He started to isolate himself from everyone. His bond with his brother slowly started to crumble away. End of flashback. This is so much problems I have to deal with. The Mist got out of a civil war and sending a team. Plus this year would be the first time in a while where all of the major hidden village will participate in, he thought. There is also the promise that I made with Inoki to wed my son to his granddaughter. Why couldn't I told him the truth? That's why I wanted peace between our village and would risk anything for it, Minato once again thought. He set up a marriage contract with Inoki and his granddaughter, Kuretsuchi. He was still at the early stage of marriage with Kushina and wanted to create peace with that village. Now Inoki would show up to the exam and see that his son is missing for 9 years. Inoki reminded him of the contract only 5 years ago. It won't end well. Please come back, Naruto. Minato prayed. He wanted him more for a pawn for peace instead of a son. On a ship. Kill me? Naruto said weakly. I never get tired of seeing it. Sango said as Naruto was puking his guts off on the ship. She was enjoying his suffering of motion sickness. It was the only time you see him weak, well beside the time where he eats ramen. Dragon slayers really have motion sickness, do they? Shippo asked. He did heard rumors that all dragon slayers' weakness were motion sickness, but couldn't believe it when he saw how Naruto showed himself as the invincible man. I still can't believe that the brat that beat me is losing to a ship, Yugura muttered. He personally experienced the power of a dragon slayer and knew that it wasn't something to mess with. Seeing how Naruto is like now is sad. The former Mizukage couldn't beat a boy where a ship could. Kurara. Save me. Naruto begged. He wanted to ride her to land. How does that work? Kurara should give him motion sickness too. Haku asked to the group. Dragon Slayer don't consider living creature as a form of transport so they don't feel any sickness. Sango answered. But he was throwing up when he was riding that giant demon before. Shippo pointed out. It's Dragon Slayer logic. If it's too big, they will consider it as a form of transportation. Sango told Shippo. That doesn't make sense. Haku and Yugura said together. You can't beat Dragon Slayer logic. Sango and Shippo said at the same time. They learned to give up on Dragon Slayer logic. It doesn't make sense. Meow. Kurara meowed in agreement. Some time later. They finally got off the ship. Something that he couldn't stop thanking for. They decided to take their time to get to Konoha, so they spent the night camping. The first night of camp, we find Naruto on a tree, away from the group. Come on, Naruto. We couldn't let Kurara take you to land. It would take too long and tire her out. Shippo said to Naruto. I don't care. She could have tried. I could have died on that ship. Naruto replied. Don't be such a baby. It was only a few hours ride, you would have survived. Shippo reassured him. I'm a dragon slayer, we don't survive on vehicles. Naruto yelled at him. Shippo was chuckling at the memory of Naruto begging for his life to get off the ship. I'm sorry, okay. Come on, Sango is almost done with dinner. Naruto ignored him and continued to sulk. Naruto. Shippo. Dinner is finished. Sango yelled out. Naruto is busy sulking. Shippo yelled back. Ah. He could be so childish sometimes. Naruto, I made ramen. Sango replied. Ah. Where did he go? Shippo shouted as a blast of wind passed him. He looked around, only to find him at the campsite. Itadakimasu. Naruto shouted with glee as he dug into the ramen. Man, he moves fast for ramen. Shippo said to himself as he got down from the tree and went to the campsite. He arrived to dig into his bowl of ramen. Only to find that Naruto is on his fourth bowl. The others could only stare at how fast he eat his ramen. Konoha. It has been several days since they got off the ship and head to the Chunin Exam. Many foreign shinobi started to arrive to Konoha. The group from Mist arrive on the day of the exam. They had a few hours before they need to report to the academy where it started. Shippo, Kurara. Stay with Yagura. You guys won't be allowed to join us in the exams. Sango told them. Hi meow. Both said and went over to Yagura. Take care of them, Yagura. Be careful around here, they aren't friendly to outsiders or non-humans. Naruto told Yagura seriously. I will. Yagura said and led them to the hotel where they would stay. The three genins decided to do some exploring around. Naruto heard some angry voices and decided to go investigate it. They saw a group of 5 people, 2 Suna shinobi and 2 Konoha shinobi. Also, there were 3 civilian children. The Suna shinobi consisted of a male and female. The guy was wearing some kind of black suit with what appeared to be cat ears on his head and purple paint on his face. The girl was a blonde with a large battle fan on her back. Hey, watch where you going, you little brat. The Suna male told the little kid that bumped into him. Come on Kankuro, just let him go, we have to meet up with sensei. The girl told the male, Kankuro. Come on Tamari, we have plenty of time. He then looked at the kid. Besides, I hate cheeky brats with no respect, I think he needs to learn a lesson. Kankuro said with a grin. The boy only gulped. The 2 Konoha shinobi were both girl. A blonde girl with whisker mark that Naruto recognized as Mito. The other girl was a pink hair flat chest. Please put him down, he's just a little boy. The pink-haired one said timidly. No, Kankuro said with a smirk. He was about to punch the kid that he grabbed. Konohamaru. The other 2 kids shouted. Mito was going to stop him, but someone beat her to it. Konohamaru. Naruto thought. He remembered the newborn grandchild of his Jiji. Naruto went on to end it. The HHH. Kankuro shouted in pain as he was punched into the fence. Naruto caught onto Konohamaru. Past many thought. So, you are all grown up now Konohamaru. Naruto said with a smirk. He putted Konohamaru down. That was so cool. You were start making fighting noise and then he went crying noise and. Wait, how do you know me? Konohamaru asked as his friends went up to him. The 3 Kunoichi left standing were looking at the redeed with a weird outfit. It didn't match any ninja gear they knew. The only thing that shouted shinobi was the mist headband on his arm that he tied to. I didn't recognize you at first. The last time I saw you was in 8 years. He said with a laugh. But I was born 8 years ago. Konohamaru replied. Exactly. Did the old man ever mention someone that disappeared 8 years ago? Naruto asked him. Konohamaru's head went into overdrive to think of anyone like that. Don't tell me that you're Naruto. He shouted in surprise. Hiruzen would tell him that there was a little boy that played with him as a baby before he disappeared. He remembered that Hiruzen told him that he had red hair and blue eyes with whiskers. Guilty as charged. He said as he rubbed his head. Mito was staring at Naruto. That failure of a brother, she said out loud. Surprising the kids and her teammate. She was always kind, but she was being cold to her own brother. He isn't a failure. Said 2 girls. It was then, his 2 teammate came down. Naruto just ignored her comment. He was well aware of her hate for him. He couldn't figure out why. He guessed it may have something to do with Kurama's soul sealed in him, but he had no proof. Kankuro finally got up from that attack. Bastard, Kankuro growled. I'm surprised. Even for the alliance between Konoha and Suna, you guys sure fight a lot. Or that these 2 wouldn't defend a member of their village. Isn't teamwork and friendship your village's specialty? The one with pink hair looked down in shame. Mito only sneered at his comment. He then turned to Kankuro. Also, I have to wonder why you got into your teammate's makeup kit. His teammate and the Suna girl giggled at that. It's warpant. He yelled. Well, I smell makeup. Naruto replied. His nose is really amazing. He then turned to the tree. You 2 can come out now, I know you're there. To the surprise of the others, 2 boys appeared. One was a pale-skinned redeed with a tattoo on his forehead. The other, he recognized as Sasuke Uchiha, the younger brother of Itachi. Sasuke was shocked. Not only did Naruto easily beat the Suna shinobi, he also knew where he was hiding, along with the fact there was another shinobi from Suna hiding in the same tree. Something that he missed. The two went down to join their teams. Gaara Kankuro stuttered. "Kankuro, you're an embarrassment to our village," Gaara said to Kankuro. He then turned to Naruto. "I apologize for my sister and brother's actions. Who are you?" "Isn't it polite to introduce yourself first?" Naruto asked back. "My name is Sabaku no Gaara." Naruto Pendragon. Pendragon thought Mito, Sasuke, and Konohamaru. They knew that he was son of Minato Namikaze. Gaara widened his eyes and looked shocked. Then a maniacal smile creep onto his face. "Gaara, what's wrong?" The girl asked her brother as she noticed something up with him. He is very powerful, Tamari. Surprising his siblings. Unlike them, Gaara heard from mother that Pendragon is an ancient title bestowed on the strongest. "Let's go." Gaara disappeared and the other two followed. "So the failure returned home?" Mito asked with a glare. "Just drop it, Mito. I have no time to deal with you," he said coldly and left. Naruto told me that his sister didn't like him, but I didn't believe him before. "I guess it's true," Sango said to Haku. Sango always thought that family should stay together. Seeing how Naruto's family is like to him made her understand why he considered Bahamut his only family besides the group. "We should go, the Chunin exams will begin soon," Haku said. Then they left. "Konohamaru, tell the old man I'm back in town," Naruto shouted from the roof. "I will," Konohamaru shouted back. He heard a lot of stories from his grandfather and always wanted to meet him. Chunin exam room. The group decided to head to the examination room with all the other team from all the other villages. There was one team from each of the major hidden village, except for Konoha. All already gathered to the room scoping the competition. There was this one girl from I was staring at the Kiri team. She was going to approach them until a couple of rookie teams decided to make themselves known. "Sasuke-kun, you're late," yelled a blonde girl in purple. The pink-hair one, Sakura, started to yell at the one in purple that she revealed to be Ino. She called Ino pig, and Ino replied with calling her billboard brow. "Dear God, they are green." Several of the older genins whispered. They noticed how these Konoha genin were too new to apply for the Chunin exam. They figured that Konoha was trying to show off. Two boys approached the Konoha group. One was large with a bag of chips and the other had a lazy look. The lazy one was muttering something about troublesome blonde. "Yahoo! It looks like all the rookies are here." Another boy shouted as he and his team joined the ever-growing Konoha group. He had a dog with him and Naruto figured him to be an Inuzuka. He also noticed a girl with a timid look that suggested she is a Hyuga because of her eyes. Then their last teammate was wearing a coat and seemed to be Auburn. The whole group of rookies started to yell at each other. "You should be a little quieter," a new guy said with glasses approached the group. "You're only rookies, straight out of the academy. You're bringing unwanted attention to yourselves as you can see," he pointed out. The rookies saw many teams glaring at them. Sakura asked him about the exams and found out that the guy, Kabuto, took the exams 7 times, including this one. Kabuto decided to reveal his info cards, information on almost every shinobi that taken the exams before, along with previous exams. He showed them the basic information of the exams, but told them that this is the first in a while that all 5 hidden village are in the exams. It seems that there are 1 team from Suna, 21 from AIM, 15 from Kusa, 72 from Konoha, 1 from Odo, 1 from Kumo, and 1 from Kiri. Mito and Sasuke stiffened when she heard about Kiri. Sasuke stepped forward to Kabuto. "Then you have information on the skills of most of the genin here?" he asked. "Of course, anyone in particular?" Kabuto asked with a smirk. "Naruto Pendragon and Sabaku no Gaara." Everyone glared at Sasuke. Everyone knew the name, Naruto. He was the boy that was the brother of Mito Namikaze. "You already know their names, that's no fun." Kabuto took out the card that revealed Gaara's information. He is the son of the Kazekage and is the teammate of his elder siblings Kankuro and Tamari. He completed 12 C ranks and wow even 1 B rank. It's also said he completed all the missions without getting a scratch. Surprising the rookies and several other teams. Next one is Naruto Pendragon. He is an unknown from Kiri. His partner are Hakuyuki and Sango. There isn't any information on his background, but it does say that he was fighting during the civil war in Kiri. He played a major part in turning the tides for the rebel, and at the end, he even fought against Yugura himself and won. Surprising everyone in the room. The team from Kiri only grinned at this. "No way. Impossible." Several people whispered. Kabuto continued. "It states that he became a national hero to Kiri for beating Yugura and is also a hero to the country, Land of Waves. He is the same age as the rest of you rookies. His mission records are 45 A rank, 7 S rank. Surprising even more people. The girl from Iowa only grew a smile and continued to stare at Naruto and listen to Kabuto. Naruto was just ignoring the looks around him. It doesn't say what jutsu he uses, but he is seen using fire jutsu, water jutsu, wind jutsu, earth jutsu, and ice jutsu. Surprising Mito. She was wondering how can he used a Kekkei Genkai that she knew that he wasn't born with, or how he could use all elemental jutsu that only the third Hokage is capable of. More importantly, how can he with his chakra network is destroyed. It also says he can't use any Jinjutsu. Something that Sasuke smirked at. He wanted to get something over him. But no Jinjutsu could work on him. Dropping the smirk. Naruto started to laugh out loud. His Taijutsu is said to be high Jounin level and have massive chakra reserve. His weapons is one of a kind that hasn't been seen before. That got Tenten's attention. She knew about weapons and hearing about a mysterious weapon made her drool. That's is about all I have on him. Damn, Kiri is sending their best, but it does make sense that he is so powerful. War is a good motivator for getting stronger. Several teams started to leave. They didn't want to go against such a monster. A couple of people look eager to fight him. Sango and Naruto was laughing at their cowardice. That's impossible. No one can be that strong at our age. Ino shouted in disbelief. Troublesome. Sasuke started to grit his teeth. I should have that power. He mentally shouted. He was obviously jealous of Naruto's power. How did that failure of a brother get so powerful? Mito said. Surprising everyone because of how cold she said it. The girl from Iowa needed that piece of information to confirm something. If he really is the son of the Hokage, why is he part of Kiri? She thought. It doesn't matter, he is the one that I'm going to marry. Then a group from Sound decided to make themselves known and attack Kabuto. Everyone shut up. A man in black yelled at everyone as he poof in. The first part of the Chunin exams have begun. My name is Ibiki Marino and I will be the lead proctor of your first exam. He said with a smirk. He looked around and noticed that some teams left due to the revelation of Naruto's power. Damn, Brad is doing my job, he thought. Everyone took their seat and started on their written test. Ibiki was watching the entire classroom getting their needed information. For example, the group from Kiri was using Ice Mirror that Haku created to copy the answer. Sango is smart enough to answer the question. However, Ibiki grew a tick mark when he saw someone. It was Naruto and he was sleeping. 45 minutes later. Naruto was still sleeping and didn't do anything else. It pissed him off. There was 5 minutes left before the final question is asked and he is still sleeping. Once a failure, always a failure, Mito thought. She already finished the test a while ago. Wake up. Ibiki yelled at Naruto as he hit his head with a chalk stick. Oh, is the test done? Naruto asked as he woke up and started to stretch. Many people sweat drop at his action. They expected a deadly shinobi, not this. You have 5 minutes before it's over for you. Ibiki shouted at him. Naruto stood up and went over to one of the Chunin disguised as a genin. He switched his paper with his and went back to his seat. Everyone's sweat drop grew. What the hell are you doing? I got the answer. You said if we got caught 3 times, then me and my team get disqualified. That is 1 time. He said with a smirk. Many people face faulted. He made a tough exam look so easy that way. Ibiki's tick mark grew. If any of you brats do it, I will disqualify you on the spot. He yelled at everyone and walked back to the front of the room. Damn, Brad outsmarted me. Ibiki thought with a grin. This your batch is interesting. Alright you brats, it's time for the last question, but there are extra rules for this question. Many people groan at this. Suck it up. You have to choose to either answer the question or not. Tamari stood up. That's stupid, why would we not answer the question? Ibiki smirked at Tamari's question. Because if you get the question wrong you will never be able to take the exams again, you will be genin forever. Tiba shouted, that's crazy. You can't do that. Quite. Next rule, if even one of your teammates gets the answer wrong your entire team will remain genin. Ibiki shouted as he looked at the genins. You have 2 choices. Take the question and either continue or remain eternal genin, or you can leave and come back to the next exam. The genin froze and thought about their option. Many couldn't bring out their courage to go on with the risk. One by one, many teams started to leave. They want to become Chunin and wouldn't risk being genin for life. Naruto and Sango only giggle at them. They weren't going to be shinobis for their life, so it didn't matter to them. Ibiki smirked at the leaving genins. He knew that he was doing his job if this many were leaving. Until he looked at Redeed. His stare hardened at him when he was relaxed and seemed carefree. Boy. Redeed. Ibiki roared at the Redeed Naruto. Aren't you afraid? Terrified. Scared that if you will be stuck as a genin forever? Naruto shrugged. Nope. Threat don't work if you can't do it. I know for a fact that you have no authority on us foreign shinobi. Ibiki was giving him a murderous glare. Several of the foreign ninja realized that Naruto was right and they were afraid of nothing the entire time and finally build up the courage to stay. Naruto looked at the people still getting up and were about to leave. You guys need to grow a pair. The life we live demands risks. If you can't risk something as a simple promotion, then you are in the wrong line of work. Many people started to build up more confidence after hearing his insult speech. Very well. Ibiki said as the last of the genin that was about to leave took their seat, ready for the question. The brat inspired them to stay. He just grinned. You pass. Damari stood up again in shock. What do you mean we pass? What about the 10th question? There was no 10th question, or if you wanted to say that was the 10th question. Ibiki laughed out. He then gestured to Naruto. Red here got it in one. You are shinobi. If you are given a mission that you do not like or there is a chance you will die, do you refuse? No. A shinobi is a life of sacrifice. You are tools used by your cage to make your nation strong and your people safe. Then what about the other 9 questions? A genin asked. Those were to test your information gathering skills. In our line of work, information is power. You'll sometimes be asked to locate secret materials or spy on a target and make plans based on that info. If your intel is faulty or lacking, then your plans may be unraveled. If you're caught, then the enemy can make counter plans or feed you false information. The good shinobi can find the required information and do it without getting caught. Congratulations, you have passed the first exam. Ibiki announced. The genin all cheered until a sudden crash came from the window and suddenly a banner appeared obstructing Ibiki. The banner read, the sexy and single proctor of the second exam. Anko Mitarashi. A woman with purple hair, wearing fishnet clothing with a trench coat appeared. Many boys gaped at the lack of cloths and some started to have nosebleed. Sango was glaring at the perverts, ready to strike them with her boomerang. Naruto saw the entrance and wrote a 7 on the back of the exam and held it up. Oh, only a 7. Anko said with a pout. Flames and explosion would have got you a 10. Naruto replied. I did last time. They banned me from using it again. Anko said with a smirk. Anko, you're early. Ibiki grumbled as he took down the banner. Sorry Ibiki. I didn't mean to mess up your little gig. She said with a fake smile. Damn Ibiki, you did good. She said as she looked at the group of genins. As much as I want to take credit, it was the redeed that spooked most of the genin before I got here. Ibiki replied while looking away. Ha. A kid doing your job. I'm impressed. She licked her lips as she looked at Naruto. Alright brats. Follow me to the next exam. Anko shouted and jumped out of the window. Everyone sweat drop at the lady. She is almost as mad as you, Naruto. Sango commented. She noticed that both had a flair for attention. Well, let's go everyone. Naruto shouted as he pumped his fist into the air and jumped out of the window too. Only to cause everyone's sweat drop to grow. I'm going to be normal and take the stairs. Haku said and started to walk out of the room. Me too, Sango said and followed her friend. Many were still shocked but eventually followed the proctor using the stairs. Till next time. Naruto's Dragon Slayer Magic. Fire Dragon Slayer Magic, Purgatory Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form of Fire Dragon Slayer Magic. Water Dragon Slayer Magic, Sea King Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form of Water Dragon Slayer Magic. Veil Dragon Slayer Magic. Sky Dragon Slayer Magic. Lighting Dragon Slayer Magic. Earth Dragon Slayer Magic, Cavern Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form of Earth Dragon Slayer Magic. Shadow Dragon Slayer Magic. Ice Dragon Slayer Magic. Poison Dragon Slayer Magic. All the elements are final. I will take in suggestion for advance unique for each element, but I won't show it until Naruto encounter the element to absorb it. Remember, the unique element has to be related to one of the 9 above. Last time. Well, let's go everyone. Naruto shouted as he pumped his fist into the air and jumped out of the window too. Only to cause everyone's sweat drop to grow. I'm going to be normal and take the stairs. Haku said and started to walk out of the room. Me too, Sango said and followed her friend. Many were still shocked but eventually followed the proctor using the stairs. Forest of Death. All the passing genin went to the Forest of Death to start the second portion of the exam. Anko already gave the scary speech about the forest and tried to scare Naruto by throwing a kunai at him. Something he dodged with his eyes closed. Then Akusa genin came up to return the kunai with her tongue. Creeping him out. They were handed their scrolls and went to their starting point. How do you guys want to do this? Hunting them all down or finish as soon as possible? Naruto asked. With his Dragon Slayer nose, he can easily track anyone in no time. I say we break the record. Mark ourselves in this village. Sango said with a smirk. I agree. We shouldn't cause more trouble staying here. Haku said in agreement. You two are no fun. He said with a pout but went on with the plan to end it fast. Just half an hour into the survival exam, they ran into Akusa Kunoichi. She was pale and had a rather long tongue. My. Look at who I ran into. The Dragon of Nine. The girl told to Naruto and his group. The two girls stiffened because not many know that title that Naruto went by. Naruto only smirked at this comment. Oh. Someone is aware of me. That makes thing interesting. He said while letting a moment pass. Tell me who you really are. The scent you are giving off reeks of snake. The only person I have heard about that give off the scent is the crazy lady outside and Orochimaru. Shocking his teammate and Orochimaru, but grew a smirk. He decided to take off the mask to show his real face. Aren't you clever? The abandoned son of the Hokage. Someone with a destroyed chakra coil but could still perform jutsu as well as a Kekkei Genkai. Tell me how, Orochimaru asked with intrigue. He heard of the Dragon of Nine during the civil war in Kiri and did his own investigation. Only to find the most shocking piece of information about his true identity. Well, I will tell you if you tell me why are you here. Naruto asked without a care for the world. The two girls were still ready for battle. After giving it a minute. I'm here for the Sharingan. However, I saw you and I had to know your secret. He said while licking his lips. To be honest, I thought you would have attack instead of telling me. I guess I have to tell you. It's magic. Making Orochimaru's sweat drop. Magic? He asked with a questionable look. Yup. No lies. My old man saved me from this poor excuse of a village and raised me. He altered me somehow, don't ask I don't know, and I'm capable of using magic now. More specifically Dragon Slayer magic. He said with his usual fox grin. Naruto have nothing to hide when it concern his power. I know you can sense chakra. Naruto formed a fireball in his hand. Is this chakra? I don't sense an ounce of chakra in that fireball. I can tell he isn't lying. Is magic real? Orochimaru thought as he examined the fireball with his sensing capabilities. You would make an interesting host for myself. He then charged at Naruto to take them down. Naruto only smirked and raised his hand back. Charging a rather large flame. Can't hold back on this guy, he thought. He knew that the Sannin isn't someone to underestimate. Purgatory Dragon's blazing hell. Naruto threw a massive flame attack at Orochimaru. Everything in front of him, trees and land were burnt down in an instant. The forest caught on fire and slowly started to two girl, knew that joining in the fight will get them killed. Naruto's attack caused too much damage in a large area, so if they join in, they may get caught in the blast. Stay on your guard. Something like that won't take him out. Naruto warned them. Orochimaru came out from underground to face Naruto. He hid himself under the blast to avoid it. My, that was very powerful attack. Magic may be real after all. Orochimaru said with a smirk. As much as I want to take you for my next body, I feel like the Kyuubi soul will overpower mine and kill me. Even with its power gone, a battle between souls with a fox wouldn't be the smartest thing to do. I will be leaving now. I still have to find Sasuke Uchiha. He turned his back and started to walk away. Not so fast. He said to Orochimaru. Orochimaru turned back and stared at him. The girls were wondering what the idiot was doing. The snake was leaving. I want that scroll you have on you. I deserve something for the information I gave you. Orochimaru only grinned at his request. He tossed his scroll to Naruto and left. Naruto checked it and found it was the one his team needed. Hey look. It's the scroll we needed. He shouted with glee. Acting as if meeting Orochimaru wasn't a big deal. The girls sweat dropped at his behavior but forgot about it. They then went to the tower. In the tower. They opened the scroll and three people poof in. It was Yugura, Kurara, and Shippo. Yugura was smirking at them. A new record. Only an hour and you beat the exam. Mind telling me how you did it? Yugura asked. He was proud that they destroyed the record that a Konoha team held by several hours. To the disappointed village, the second team won't be from Konoha. Just ran into Orochimaru. Talked to him. Gave him a taste of my power and he gave us the scroll. He said nonchalantly. You faced Orochimaru? Yes. Then talked to him? Yes. Then had a brief fight with him? Yup. Then he gave you the scroll you needed. Bingo. Are you an idiot? He shouted. Yes, both girls said at the same time. Yugura just hit him in the head. Well, enjoy the 5 days here. Oh, before I forget, some people want to see you inside. Yugura said as he started to walk deeper into the tower. As their sensei, he needed to stay with his team during this part of the exam. Flashback. Jiji. Konohamaru shouted as he ran back into his clan compound. Mogi and Yuden were following him. They were all friends at a younger age and they too heard stories about Naruto. A good kid with an unbreakable will. Konohamaru. It's good to see you. He said as he quickly hit a orange book. Did something happen today? He asked as he noticed that he seemed more excited than usual. There was this guy I ran into. He was going to beat me up. Hiruzen frowned at his story. Then he perked up. This guy rescued me. He had red hair and blue eyes with whiskers. surprising Hiruzen. He knew that there was only one person with that description. He said his name was Naruto. The same Naruto you told me before. And Naruto? He is back. He thought while still shocked. He is also part of Kiri. I saw the headband on his shoulder. Konohamaru finished. I should tell the others, Hiruzen thought as he pat Konohamaru on his head. There were the Ichirakus and the Uchiha that viewed him as family. End of flashback. The group went into the tower to get a meal. The team didn't get a chance to eat when they got to the village, so they went to the cafeteria. They enjoyed their meal as they talk. Naruto was over-exaggerating his story about driving Orochimaru away to Shippo. It was until Kurama told him the true story that ruined his fun. Haku and Sango were berating him for his carelessness against Orochimaru. They kept on saying he could have killed them and other similar things. Naruto retorted that unless they fight, they won't know. Another common trait for dragon slayers are their desire to get a good fight and their bottomless stomach. In the cafeteria, someone or a pair of someone were watching the group from the shadow. You two can come out now. Naruto said as he finished drinking another bowl of a cup of ramen. Surprising the rest of the group. Yagura remained calm due to him knowing that Konoha can't cause trouble without starting an international incident. So you knew we were here? Said a male voice. The dragon slayer's nose shouldn't be underestimated. We can smell anything from a mile away. He said with a smug grin. So the rumors are true. You are the Dragon of Nine. Said a female voice, then they step out of the shadow. Naruto turned around and was surprised to find out who there. It was Itachi Uchiha and Izumi Uchiha. I didn't see that coming. I thought you would have been the Namikaze couple. Ni-san, Nai-san. He said with a smile. They returned it with their own smile. Naruto dove in to give them a hug. I miss you guys. We miss you. Once the Sandaime told us about, I immediately came here to see if the rumors were true. I'm happy to see you alive and well. Itachi said with a smile. It's nice to see you, little brother. But Izumi sang the last part and turned towards the girls at the table. I want to know who your friends are. She said with a smile. Izumi did love to hear about love stories. Even when she had her own love life with Itachi, she couldn't help herself to meddle with others. After several stories about Naruto's adventure after leaving the village, they were quite surprised to learn about his fate. To be taken by a legendary mythical creature, a dragon. To be personally trained by said dragon is unbelievable. What is more unbelievable is that the dragon is said to be the god of all dragons. To imagine the power of a god is a scary thought. Itachi told him what has happened since he left. He was surprised that Minato and Kushina would have that kind of reaction to his disappearance, but ignored it. He wasn't surprised that Mito wasn't affected by the news. What surprised him the most was Izumi and Itachi started to date. It was more surprising than the Uchiha massacre. Naruto went on a rant that Itachi was too much of a stiff to get a girlfriend. Something that Izumi agreed with and laughed at him for. He also warned them about Orochimaru is in the village and is after Sasuke. They left right as soon as possible to find him. Before they left, they mentioned that his parents are aware of him being in the village and told him to be careful. 5 days pass and the search for Orochimaru failed. He disappeared as soon as he gave the curse mark to Sasuke. The Hokage refused to cancel the exams due to how it would affect the village. This is the first time in many years that all 5 major village gathered. They would be seen as a weak village if they let a simple S-rank missing ninja stop the exams. On the 5th day, all the teams that passed gathered at the arena to be part of the preliminary. There was too many genins to be part of the finals. Minato gave the speech about the true purpose of the exam. Something that surprised the Konoha genins but didn't surprise the foreigners. It shocked the foreign ninja that Konoha genin were that ignorant of the world and fueled their thought of how they only care about themselves. Itachi was summoned and announced that he would be the referee of the matches. Sasuke vs Yoroi, Sasuke wins same as canon. Tenten vs Temari, Temari wins same as canon. Rock Lee vs Gaara, Gaara wins same as canon. Neji vs Hinata, Neji wins same as canon. Man, that guy got issues, said Amoy, one of the genin from Kumo. No kidding. Same village and same family and he wants to kill her. Temari responded. Though, she could somewhat relate due to her own little brother's problem. Naruto Pendragon vs Amoy of Kumo. This got many people's attention. Minato wanted to get his son back into the village, but Yagura's presence made things difficult. He couldn't risk war with Kiri in front of all other village. He would watch and wait till the right time. He needed to fix the issues before Inoki arrived and things spiral out of control. Gaara wanted to see the power that earned him the title Pendragon. Tenten was hoping to see his unique weapon. Kuritsuchi wanted to see her husband-to-be. She was told that she would be marrying the 4th Hokage's son and that he would be powerful. Looks like I'm up, both guys said and walked down. Ready? Itachi asked. Amoy drew his katana. He used a sword. He asked the sucking sucker ninja. Getting a nod from him. Good. He pulled out what seems to be a hilt of a sword out of his coat. restoration. Surprising everyone in the room. The sword seems to be giving off a holy feeling, Itachi thought as he examined the sword with wide eyes like everyone else. He could hear a snicker from Yagura. I guess it does make sense. Naruto-kun did say it was made by the fang of his father, a dragon god. That sword isn't normal, thought Minato and Kushina. Kushina is a kenjutsu master and knew a lot about swords. A sword like that is beyond humans' blacksmithing. Tenten was being held back by her teacher, Guy, from jumping down and looking at the sword. Begin, Itachi announced. Cloud-style crescent moon beheading Amoy went in to strike Naruto with one of his village technique. Naruto charged right back with his own swing. No way. Amoy thought as his sword was shattered by Naruto's attack like breaking ice. Too easy. Naruto jumped back. Poison dragon roar. A powerful cloud of poison went right toward Amoy. Amoy didn't dodge in time and was hit. Many people thought that the roar was a different form of the poison fog jutsu and killed him. The people from Kuma looked ready to kill him. Only to hear a lot of coughing. They turned their heads to where the cough came from. It was Amoy and he was still standing. However, he didn't look too well. I have absolute control over my poison. If I wanted to kill you with poison, it would be a waste of a battle. I use poison to weaken my opponent. I can tell that you have skills, but against me, it's useless. I rather weaken you to the point where you can't fight than kill you with poison. I'm a warrior, not a shinobi that use any trick in the book to win. Damn it, I can't move. If I fight, it will cost me my life, Amoy thought as he felt all his strength leave him. Fine, I surrender. He said with the last of his strength and fainted. His entire team jumped down to check on him. Killer Bee and Samui were glaring at him. Don't worry. I'm careful of which poison I use. It only weakens the body. Tell him to drink plenty of water to get it out of his system and he'll be okay. Naruto said as he put his sword back into his coat. Thanks little nine for not killing one of mine. Bee rapped. Shocking many people. Nobody knew that Naruto was the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. It's common knowledge to the entire world that the daughter of the Hokage is the Jinchuriki. Seriously, who reveals to the world their own S-rank secret? Apparently, Konoha's arrogance knows no bound. Naruto chuckled at his remark. I may be 9, but I'm 9 of a different kind. Naruto tried to rap. Causing Kumo and Kiri to sweat drop. B had stars in his eyes. Finally, someone understand me. Everyone knows that rapping to the key. He said with the biggest smile he ever had. Also, he was crying tears of joy. After some scolding from Samui and Sango about rap, the rounds went on. Ino went against Sakura and it was a sad match. The two proud Kunoichi of the Leaf fought bravely against each other, but it was a pathetic match. It was a draw due to each girl knocking each other out. Then Sango went up against Iwa Genin and won due to her Fuinjutsu. She paralyzed him and hit him with Hirokatsu, knocking him out with several broken bones. Kushina and Minato were surprised to see someone so gifted at Fuinjutsu at that age that wasn't in Uzumaki. Aku faced off against Kin and won. She overwhelmed her with her demonic ice jutsu. Shino defeated Zaku by using his bugs to plug his airwave cannon. Osu defeated Chaoji rather easily. Mito beat Kari with Fuinjutsu. It wasn't as good as Sango's Fuinjutsu, but was enough to win. Kuritsuchi beat Shikamaru due to him forfeiting the match. Samui defeated an Iwa Genin with her swordplay. Ankuro killed someone from Konoha. Shocking many people part of Konoha. They thought that they were allies. The others expected an outcome like this. Seeing how Konoha have their own internal problem and their arrogant view on others, it was a likely outcome. Ankuro's fight marked as the last fight. The winners walk up to the stage and drew numbers to figure out who they were fighting in the finals. First match. Naruto vs Sasuke. Second match. Mito vs Neji. Third match. Temari vs Samui. Fourth match. Gaara vs Dosu. Fifth match. Shino vs Kankuro. Sixth match. Sango vs Kuritsuchi. Seventh match. Haku vs winner of sixth match. All of you should be proud. You made it to the finals and will be able to represent your village and show your skills. You guys would be given 1 month to prepare for the finals. Everyone is dismissed. Everyone started to leave except for a few. The only left in the room were Naruto, Sango, Haku, Minato, Kushina, Mito, Yagura, Itachi, Kakashi, and Kuritsuchi. Kuritsuchi wanted answers and she was going to get it. Hiruzen, Tsunade, and Jiraiya walked into the room. Hiruzen and Tsunade wanted to keep things as civil as possible. Hiruzen knew that things could go bad. Jiraiya was on his student's side in having Naruto become a Leaf Shinobi. Tsunade was on Naruto and Hiruzen's side in this conversation. What the Namikaze and Jiraiya did was unforgivable, but she didn't help at all. She wanted to make it up now by giving him the freedom that the others would take away. Till next time. Naruto's Dragon Slayer magic. Higher Dragon Slayer Magic Purgatory Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form of Fire Dragon Slayer Magic. Water Dragon Slayer Magic Sea King Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form of Water Dragon Slayer Magic. Gale Dragon Slayer Magic. Sky Dragon Slayer Magic. Lighting Dragon Slayer Magic. Earth Dragon Slayer Magic Cavern Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form of Earth Dragon Slayer Magic. Shadow Dragon Slayer Magic. Ice Dragon Slayer Magic. Poison Dragon Slayer Magic. Chapter 6 Reunion. Naruto just stared blankly at the people in the room. After finishing the preliminary round, Naruto and his friends knew that it was time to confront his past. The arena was easily divided. On one side stood Minato, Kushina, Kakashi, Mito, and Jiraiya. On the other side standing against them are Naruto, Sango, Yagura, Haku, Shippo, and Kurara. Standing on the side was Itachi, Tsunade, and Hiruzen. On the other side stood Kuretsuchi who wanted answers. It was clear on what they wanted. They wanted Naruto to back under the control of Konoha. Naruto's friends were there to protect him from the Konoha. The others were here to try to keep the peace that would most likely be destroyed very soon. "What do you want, Hokage Dono?" Naruto asked with all emotion gone in his voice. Making Minato and Kushina flinch. And Naruto. "We simply want you back home," and Minato tried to answer. "This isn't my home. I was never part of this village. You should already know of my past and it suggests that I'm an enemy of your village." Naruto cut him off. "Now, Naruto. You shouldn't talk to your parents like Kakashi tried to defend his sensei. They're not my parents. I have only one father and this man isn't him." Naruto yelled while unconsciously drawing up his flame. Mito simply snorted at his reply while her parents and sensei backed up when the flames started to come out of his body. "Hokage Dono." Yagura said to draw the attention away from Naruto. "Naruto is officially part of Kiri and you have no right over him. I was the previous Mizukage and I know about clan laws. Naruto may have been born from you and Namikaze Dono, but you name Mito-san as the clan heir. That officially mean that you disowned the firstborn son from the family and lost all right. The only one that have any authority is his father and he is someone I won't reveal in order to protect Naruto's family," Yagura stated. He may not know who is Naruto's father, but never pried about it. Even so, as Hokage Minato once again was cut off. "As Hokage, you only have authority over Konoha shinobi. Naruto is officially a Kiri shinobi," Sango said coldly. She always valued family, but she knew that they only want Naruto not as family, except for Kushina, but as a tool to strengthen their village. It was common knowledge that Konoha desire for power and wealth. During their time on the boat heading to the land of waves, they ran into Tazuna again. Tazuna hired to Konoha shinobi for a simple D-rank escort mission. Tazuna needed an easy escort to another bridge project. The team that was Kakashi's team that consisted of Mito, Sakura, and Sasuke. A simple escort to a bridge where a team from Kiri would guard when Tazuna arrives. During the trip, Kakashi tried to convince Tazuna to sign a contract that gives exclusive rights to only Konoha with a large discount on all product. Of course it didn't went down because he had a better deal with Kiri and Konoha was doing a simple C-rank mission that didn't deserve that kind of contract. "As that may be, I'm ordering you to leave Kiri and join Konoha, Naruto," Minato said steadily. "No. Like Sango said, you have no authority over me and no connection to Kiri to have that kind of power," Naruto answered back. "I don't know why you want this disgrace back. He is better off dead," Mito commented. Bringing up an eyebrow from Kuretsuchi and a shock face from her parents. She knew something was wrong, but never thought the problem was this bad with the Hokage's family. Haku started turn the air around her cold. "Good to hear that you're still a bitch, Mito," Naruto retorted. Making Mito angry. "I don't expect you know what it means to live a sheltered life, but the real world is cruel. The way you are will get you killed." Mito pulled out a kunai, but was stopped by Kushina. Naruto snickered at her action. "Naruto, listen to your father. This is for the best," Jiraiya said. "Best for me or for you? I don't care about Konoha. It's not my job to save everyone. Besides, he isn't my father," Naruto retorted. "Please Naruto. Come back," Kushina pleaded on her knees. "No," Naruto said coldly. Mito didn't like to see her mother hurt, so she dived right for Naruto with a kunai. "Ah!" Mito screamed as she attempted to kill Naruto. Only for Itachi to intervene. He grabbed her and pinned her to the ground. "How's it like dying, Mito?" Naruto asked with a smug grin. Surprising Kushina, Minato, Tsunade, and Jiraiya. They knew what he meant. Every use of the Kyuubi's chakra has been a failure. Even with Kushina, she failed to control the fox's chakra. Before, she could control it, but now it became impossible. They went to check on both Namika's women's health, only to find something shocking. Their lifespan has shortened. Both girls have Uzumaki blood in them, so they had a very powerful life force. Now it seems like they would die of old age like everyone else and age is the same as others. Oh, I remember you telling me about that Naruto. Yagura commented, drawing attention again. The use of Demon's Yaki isn't something that could be done without the limiter. I heard that Konoha had gained another Jinchuriki, but I never thought it would be from the same demon. The soul acts as a limiter to hold back the poisonous Yaki away from the host to prevent Jinchuriki dying. It appears that in Konoha's almighty wisdom that they thought that the laws of reality wouldn't apply to them. Haku commented mockingly. Shippo and Karara hid behind Sango. They could feel the tension rising after Haku's statement. Naruto. You will come back to Konoha. Minato screamed. Tired of trying to do it the easy way. Kuretsuchi was surprised at the Hokage's action. He was known as a man that desired peace. Now he is like any other Kage that desire power at all cost. No, Naruto said emotionlessly. Minato was about to scream in his demands, but was cut off. Minato. Enough. Hiruzen shouted with authority. You can't force shinobis of other villages to do as you pleased. Doing so would likely start a war. He explained to see if he will see reason. Calm down, Minato. You have no right to command Naruto of anything. He is out of your grip and can't be touched without causing an international incident. Tsunade added. This is for Konoha. It must be done. If risking war mean to gain power for Konoha, then I see no problem with that. Minato said coldly. Shocking Kushina and Hiruzen. Jiraiya only nod in agreement with his statement. As long as it's for Konoha, then it's worth it. That sounds like Orochimaru. Jiji, you should have picked Orochimaru as the fourth Hokage. Naruto commented. Angering Jiraiya greatly. You're willing to start a war and send many people to their death in the name of Konoha. Orochimaru sacrificed all those lives in the name for immortality. Both of you don't see anything wrong with that. Jiraiya had enough and charge at Naruto. He wouldn't allow anyone compare his prized pupil to his former best friend. Fortunately, Tsunade was already on Jiraiya and held him back on his first step. Let me go. I'm going to kill him. Jiraiya shouted in pure rage. Calm down, Jiraiya. I won't allow you to start a war with another village. Tsunade shouted at him while easily holding him back. Geez. I met Orochimaru before and compared to you guys, he would have made a better Hokage. He at least listens to reason. Naruto commented at the struggle as he thought back at how Orochimaru listened to him and acted on reason instead of emotion. This only fueled his anger. Enough. Jiraiya. Calm down. You too, Minato. I won't allow war come to Konoha because of your desire for power. Hiruzen shouted harshly at the two. Calming them down finally. Hokage Dono. Kuretsuchi said to get everyone's attention. It seems that your son, Naruto Nami, she said, but got a dangerous growl from Naruto. Ahem. She said as she cleared her throat to continue. Naruto isn't part of Konoha as you led my grandfather to believe. Why weren't we informed that he has defected? Ah. Defected. Don't make me laugh. I was chased out at the age of 5. I was never part of this village even before then. Naruto laugh interrupted. Would you explain, Hokage Dono? We came here a few years ago to perform a political marriage between Naruto and I see that he isn't part of your village. Kuretsuchi said with a stern look while crossing her arms together. I'm not marrying you. Toussaint told me that I can do anything with my life. Marrying some girl for an alliance isn't going to happen. Naruto answered her. Doesn't matter. Your father. This pathetic excuse for a Hokage isn't my father. My father raised me to live a selfish lifestyle. Do what I want. I will say that I like helping people out every now and then, but there's no way I'm sacrificing anything to a village like Konoha. A village that takes everything away from you and leave you nothing, but pain isn't worth helping. Naruto said with emotion. His last comment hit close to home for Tsunade. She said something similar like that about Konoha when she lost her lover and little brother. If I'm marrying someone, then they have to prove that she is worthy of me. Is that a challenge? She asked with a smirk. Even with this intense debate about Naruto joining Konoha or not going on, she didn't care much about it. She was still looking for a strong husband. I think we are getting off topic. Sango interjected. Not liking where the conversation was going. Right, where were we? Naruto asked. Oh, that is right. Would you explain, Hokage Dono? Why is it Naruto, your supposed son, part of another village and wasn't even part of your village when my grandfather came with the proposal? You assured us that your son will be ready for the political marriage during the Chunin Exam. I see that you have lied to us. Kuretsuchi said while giving Minato a stern look. Well. It was necessary to lie. Konoha needs this alliance with Iwa. Minato responded as best as he can. I will inform my grandfather of the news. The most likely outcome would be the contract being null and void. Kuretsuchi said. You can't do that. Konoha needs a better alliance than Suna. Jiraiya shouted in protest. You lied to us. We have all the rights to cancel the proposal. You never once told us the truth and expected us to trust you. How can we trust an ally if they're willing to lie and betray one another? She said coldly. I'm beginning to like her. Naruto whispered to Sango. Only to get elbow to the chest hard. Well said. Naruto said weakly as he recovered from Sango's blow. I'm not joining Konoha ever. My family isn't the Namikaze or Uzumaki family. My only family is my real dad and these people. He gestured to Sango, Kurara, and Shippo. Shippo was waving hi to them. What is that thing? Mito shouted as she pointed to Shippo. She never saw a person with a tail and odd ears. Leave him alone. Sango shouted back to her. What is it? Is it a demon? Mito asked while staring at Shippo still. The other people of Konoha did the same, wondering the same thing. I'm a kitsune. What is it to you? Shippo shouted to her. Kitsune? Like the 9 tails, we need to kill it. Kushina shouted as she drew her sword and Minato drew his tri-pronged kunai. Naruto jumped right in front of Shippo with his heaven blade sticking into the ground in its full glory. Touch my brother and I'll kill you. Naruto said deadly. Sango drew her Hirokatsu. Haku drew some eye senbons. Yugura had his staff ready. What are you doing? We need to kill that demon before it kills us. Kushina shouted to Naruto. He only narrowed his eyes at her. By that logic, I should kill you and Mito. Unlike Shippo, you two have killed people and have demon power. Naruto replied while gold wires sprang from the ground. Enough. Kushina. Minato. You have no right to take the life away from someone of another village. What you're doing is a disgrace to the village. Hiruzen shouted in anger. Unlike them, he didn't see the need to kill Shippo. Hiruzen noticed odd features on him but saw that he meant no danger to anyone. Maybe Orochimaru would have been a better choice than you. He said tiredly. Making Minato flinch. I think it would be best that we give everyone time to let everything sink in. Tsunade suggested. Everything has been a big mess. Agreed. Yugura said as he brought his team out of the room. Leaving Konoha behind. Hey, wait up for me. I'm not done with you. Kuritsuchi shouted as she chased the team from Kiri. Well, I'm done with you. Naruto shouted back. Hey. She responded and continued the chase. Ichiraku's raiment stand. After leaving the forest of death, Kuritsuchi tried to follow him. She gave up after losing him in the forest. Naruto was simply too fast for her to keep up. She wanted to see if she can get him to become her husband with her without an alliance proposal. Seeing how the proposal for Konoha will likely be called off. Naruto, Sango, Haku, Shippo, and Kurara headed to the one place that he truly loves. Man. It's been a long time since I've been here. Naruto and his friend stood outside of the most holiest place on the planet. I swear that you care for Ramen more than life. Sango commented tiredly. That's debatable, Naruto retorted. That's sad, Shippo commented. To see someone like Naruto value ramen like this was a little scary. Ramen is the food of the gods. Naruto shouted as he pointed to Shippo as if he said something blasphemous. Who is making all this noise out here? An old man shouted as he came out of the stand. Only to find a group of kids. Naruto turned around and faced him. The first thing that the old man saw was a red-haired kid with whiskers. And Naruto. Hey old man. Long time no see. Naruto said with a friendly wave. Naruto. You're alive. Am. Come out here. We have a special guest. Tucci, the owner of Ichiraku's ramen and father of Am, the waitress of Ichiraku's. I have dishes to wash. Whoever it is, it can wait. Am yelled back from the back of the stand. Trust me. Tucci said with confidence. Fine, she said as she gave up onto her father's request and came out. And Naruto. Hey Am Nichan. Long time no see. Naruto said happily. Naruto. She dove in right for a hug. I miss you so much. I miss you too. He replied. Well, what are you standing out here for? Come in. You can tell us all about what happened. Am said cheerfully. It's on the house, my boy. Tucci said with a grin. Yada. Free ramen. Naruto jumped up with glee. The gang enjoyed Ichiraku's ramen. Even Shippo loved it and Sango had to admit that it was really good. The group finally understood why he loves ramen so much if he first ate Ichiraku's ramen. After 5 bowls the Uchiha arrived to see Naruto. Mikoto, Izumi, and Itachi were happy to see Naruto back in town and enjoying ramen. They joined in the feast and listened to his story. Izumi and Am were cuddling with Shippo as much as they can. They found him to be adorable and couldn't let him go. Even if he was a demon, they didn't care, he was cute. However, there was one person missing. Hiruzen couldn't join in the reunion because he had to deal with Minato and Jiraiya and make sure that they don't do anything foolish. Till next time. Naruto's Dragon Slayer Magic. Fire Dragon Slayer Magic, Purgatory Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Water Dragon Slayer Magic, Sea King Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Hail Dragon Slayer Magic, Tempest Dragon Slayer, Advanced Form. Sky Dragon Slayer Magic, Heaven Dragon Slayer, Advanced Form. Lighting Dragon Slayer Magic, Plasma Dragon Slayer, Advanced Form. Earth Dragon Slayer Magic Cavern Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Shadow Dragon Slayer Magic Void Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Ice Dragon Slayer Magic Crystal Dragon Slayer Magic or Diamond Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. I look up synonyms for ice and found these two to be interesting. Which one do you guys like the most? Poison Dragon Slayer Magic Venom Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Chapter 7 Declaration of War. 1 month later. Stadium. The month-long training resting period is ended. Those that made it past the preliminary round were recommended to train for the finals. Many of the competitors did train throughout the entire month, except the team from Kiri. They didn't do much training. They were already strong enough to be considered jounins. Plus, Sango and Naruto were pretty much freelancers. They do what they're paid, and the entire team was going to retire being official shinobi and go out traveling the world. Within the entire month, Naruto and his friends spent hanging out with old friends and family. That included the remaining Uchiha clan, except Sasuke and the Sarutobi clan. Naruto told them of his adventure around the countries. Of course he hid some things, but luckily they didn't press for information. Konohamaru and his friends love hearing his story and the display of his power. Naruto showed off much of his Dragon Slayer magic and the ability to eat the elements. Mikoto and Izumi were having fun cuddling with Shippo and Kurara. Naruto told Itachi and Hiruzen about the dangers of his world and warned them to be careful. Itachi and Hiruzen knew about how Konoha treated Naruto solely based on having a demon soul sealed in him. Many people would freak out in front of real demons. The choice was to keep it a secret and let them be ignorant of the demons that could kill them. Sasuke didn't like Naruto much. He was mainly jealous of his power. He demanded to be trained by Naruto so he would gain the power to kill Shisui, but was rejected because Naruto claimed that it can't be thought to another without blood ties. Of course that was a lie. The truth is that only a dragon can train a human in the secret art of Dragon Slayer magic, or a Dragon Slayer fully mastered can train others. Naruto is powerful, but he isn't a master. The sign of a Dragon Slayer master is the ability to transform into a dragon and back to normal. Only few have transformed and managed to transform back. Naruto wasn't going to risk it yet. Sasuke then went to learn from Kakashi to prepare for the finals and his match against Naruto. Besides the catch-up, Naruto took Sango on a couple of dates. He just wanted to show Sango his birthplace and a chance to have fun. He didn't think it was a date, but everyone else thought it was. Lastly, Konoha have been experiencing an increase of disappearance within their Anbu ranks. It was a cover told by Minato to the entire division because he sent many to send for Naruto and none has returned. Minato couldn't do anything against Naruto or the team from Kiri due to the high number of foreigners and no proof bodies. He wasn't allowed to send any shinobi to get a foreign shinobi, so all of it was done off the record. Then he tried confronting Naruto himself, but would only be ignored by him. Naruto wasn't obligated to talk to another Kage because it would be seen as a traitorous act by foreign shinobi. Minato would always try to bring him to a more private area, but fail. Naruto would suggest talking in front of all the people around him and that would ruin his image. Kushina was doing well. She tried to approach Naruto but was held back by Minato and his Anbu. He knew the Kushina would make a scene with Naruto and reveal his dark secrets. It was something he wouldn't have. Mito only trained hard with her father and sometimes her mother to put him in his place. This year Chunin Exam was special because it was the first time for all the 5 great hidden village to gather for. There was Rasa, the Kazukage, Mei-Terumi, the Mizukage, Aitsuki, the Reikage and Inoki, the Tsuchikage. 5 Kage gathering for the Chunin Exam was never heard of and Konoha had to be on their best behavior unless they want to bring down their reputation. Kuritsuchi already informed Inoki, her grandfather, about the deceit played by the Hokage and immediately cancelled the proposal. He too agreed with her granddaughter about a lying ally isn't a good ally. Minato tried all he can to try to renegotiate with Inoki, but failed. Now we move on to the stadium in Konoha. It's the day of the finals and every Kage and nobles from across the land has gathered together. It was the time to see who was worthy of a promotion, which village is stronger, and which village deserved to be hired more often based on their new generation's performances. Of course, after this day, the team from Kiri would retire and go out traveling once again. Mei had already been informed of their decision and allowed Haku to join them. Everyone was at the arena. Naruto, Haku, Sasuke, Mito, Niji, Temari, Samui, Gaara, Shino, Kankuro, Sango, and Kuritsuchi. Dosu mysteriously disappeared a few days ago. Itachi was the proctor of the finals. He had to make sure to watch them and call in the match when it ends. Also, he was responsible to step in and to stop it if need be. The 5 Kage were in their booth, ready to judge the shinobis. Okage Dono, who do you believe that would win this exam? I, the Reikage, asked his rival. I have faith in my own genins. He replied with a reassuring smile. Only to get a small laugh. The other cages and their guard turned to the laugh. It was mate Terumi, the Mizukage. You think otherwise, Mizukage Dono? A asked. Of course. My shinobi are going to win this year. Every member from my country are in the finals. That's more than either of yours. Mei answered. Only to get a grunt from Inoki. I have to agree with the Mizukage. Only a single shinobi from my and yours, Reikage, made it to the finals. The rest are filled with Konoha, Suna, and Kiri. Inoki said. Mei Grin grew a little. Don't get cheeky, brat. That doesn't mean that your village is stronger. This only mean that your youngster had experience from the Civil War. That reminds me, Minato said. Why is Yugura still alive? Isn't he the one that plunged your home into war? Minato asked Mei to get information. It was the biggest mystery since the war ended. They couldn't understand why they would spare Yugura after his crimes. Sorry, but is something I can't reveal. Mei answered them. Looks like everyone has gathered. It's time to start the exam. You're right, Minato said. Slightly unhappy for not getting his answers. He then signaled to Itachi to start the exam. Arena. Welcome to the final part of the Chunin Exam. My name is Itachi Uchiha and I'll be the proctor for the exam. My word is law. If I say that a match is over, then it's over. I expect you to listen to me or I'll disqualify you. The finals will be held in the same format as the preliminaries, with a one-on-one match. The winner of each match will move on to the next round, while the loser will be eliminated. However, even if you are eliminated in the first round, you'll still have a chance at promotion, but of course even if you win, you could still be left as a genin. Itachi announced to the genin and to the crowd. The genin nodded to his ruling. But the more matches you fight in, more the chances you will have to show off your skills. All while Itachi is explaining the rules, the female population was cheering for him. As one of the few Uchiha and a powerful shinobi, he was known by many around the nations. The first rounds will be Naruto Pendragon of Kiri against Sasuke Uchiha of Konoha. The genin started to leave to the stands to watch the match, while Naruto and Sasuke face each other. What? The demon brat is alive. I hope that Uchiha-sama finish him off. You better die, demon. The crowd that contained many Konoha citizens shouted. Many still hold their hatred for Naruto for petty reasons. Many of the daimyo didn't look happy to see Konoha acted like this. Minato noticed their look and knew that they were going to lose jobs for the daimyo because of how he let the citizen act in front of world. Uchiha-sama. Uchiha-sama. The Konoha crowd started to chant. Hear that, dope, the crowd is on my side. Sasuke said with a big smug. They're saying Uchiha. They don't care about you, only your blood. Naruto replied. Doesn't matter. I'm going to kill you. Sasuke announced. Getting an applause from Konoha and a disappointed look from the remaining Uchiha clan. Kick that idiot's ass, Naruto. Izumi shouted. Show him what power really is. Shouted Shippo. You two ready? Itachi asked the two. Naruto just kept his hands in his jacket without a care for the world, while Sasuke looked pissed for Naruto taking this seriously. Begin. He then jumped out of the arena. Sasuke started out by throwing several shuriken at him. Naruto only turned to his side to get in between the gaps. Sasuke only seemed to get angry at how he dodged his volley. He then ran up to him and started to fight him into jutsu. Stop dodging, dope. Sasuke shouted in anger. Naruto was dodging all his attack while keeping his hands in his pocket. This went on for several minutes and Sasuke couldn't land a single blow. The worst part of it for Sasuke, Naruto only had a smug grin while saying nothing to him. This only infuriated him even more. The crowd started to throw trash at Naruto to try to aid Sasuke, only to fail and hit Sasuke. Stance. How is this possible? The loser should be beaten by Sasuke-kun. Sakura shouted while trying to throw trash at Naruto. Only to hit Sasuke. He then sent her an angry look and she stopped. The Uchiha is only a genin. He hasn't even killed anyone and never fought in a real battlefield. Sango said. That demon shouldn't be here. He should be put down. Sakura angrily told Sango. If this is how Kunoichi from Konoha act, I fear that you won't survive on your first C-rank mission solo. Haku commented. She could already imagine her being violated by a group of bandits while she is calling for her Sasuke-kun to save her. You're telling me? I expected more from the strongest village, but it seems that it's all talk and no bite. Samui added. Only to get a glare from Ino, Sakura and Mito, but was ignored. I'm Samui by the way. She said while offering a hand to the team from Kiri. She could tell that they were strong. They shook her hand. I'm Sango. I'm Hakuyuki. They started to talk to each other for the rest of match while ignoring the girls from Konoha. At the far end of the stands, there was a Redeed grinning manically as he watched Naruto's match. Arena. Weak, Naruto said coldly. Then he kicked Sasuke to the wall, creating a large crater. Many Konoha citizens started to gasp in horror while the others started to cheer. Happy to see the Redeed in a cool outfit starting to fight. Sasuke started to cough up a lot of blood. How is he this powerful? I should have that power. Sasuke mentally shouted. The entire match, Naruto was playing him. Not once did he manage to land a single hit on him. I'll use that jutsu to end it. He then jumped up to the wall and prepared to do a jutsu that he learned. Stance. I widened his eyes when he saw the hand signs that Sasuke was doing. You taught him that jutsu? He shouted in disbelief to his rival, Kakashi. Yes. He needed an edge to win. Kakashi said nonchalantly. He knew that Naruto already outclassed him from watching his match with Amoy, so he thought he a sure way to win. Arena. Sasuke's hands started to gather electricity and slowly began to make a chirping sound. The veteran shinobi recognized the sound from the war and was surprised to see Sasuke using it. Lightning, Naruto thought. He then started to charge up his body with lightning dragon slayer magic. His body was covered in yellow lightning immediately. A lot of lightning was covering Naruto and began to shake the ground around him due to amount of lightning power. This surprised many shinobi and shocked several people from Kumo. Page Booth. What the hell? How does he know my jutsu? Shouted A, the Raikage as he broke the armrest on his chair. The other Kage besides Mei were shocked. They thought that the lightning release armor, the S-rank jutsu that belonged to A's father and perfected by himself. Rasa only could watch the match with much interest. He would really make a great body if it wasn't for the Kyuubi soul. Arena. Sasuke finished gathering enough lightning chakra into his palm to perform Chidori. He then stuck his hand into the ground wall and started to charge at Naruto at great speed, but great for a genin. Naruto still had lightning covering his body while he waited for Sasuke to come to him. Many shinobi were confused with Naruto because lightning chakra is blue, not yellow, and wondered if it's bloodline as they watched the match. Ah! Sasuke screamed as he charged at Naruto with all his hate. As soon he was at his fight in Naruto's personal space, it ended. Boom. The dust cloud appeared between the two. After a moment to let it pass, everyone was shocked at the scene. It was Naruto still standing with one hand out of his pocket. It was made into a fist and he already swung to hit Sasuke in the head. Sasuke was on the ground unconscious with a large bump on his head. Naruto still seemed as carefree about the situation as EVER1. Ahahahaha. Oh my god. One hit and he knockout. That's priceless. All that build up to end like that. What a loser. Many people were laughing at Sasuke. Well, mainly those not of Konoha were laughing, most of Konoha were shell-shocked to see their Uchiha defeated in such a way. Sasuke was preparing a powerful A-rank assassination jutsu and was knocked out by a simple hit to the head. While Naruto was showing off a lot of lightning magic to everyone. He showed that he had my power when it came to lightning due to the shaking Naruto was able to cause. Winner. Naruto Pendragon. Itachi announced. Medic. He called to pick up his foolish little brother. Naruto walked up to the stands to join his friends. After the match, they took a short break due to the match. Most people were complaining about the match because Naruto won. All the complaints came from people of Konoha and a little from Kumo because of the lightning ability that Naruto used. At the stands, his friends congratulate him for an easy win. Samui was questioning him about the supposed lightning release armor that he used but got nothing solid from him. Several shinobi from another village came over to congratulate Naruto for the win. A was thinking about going to the stands to beat the information out of Naruto, but B was already with Naruto talking to him, so he stayed in the cage booth. The next few matches weren't as amusing as how Naruto's match. The next match was between Mito and Neji, which ended up being a battle between the Hyuga's Taijutsu against Mito's Water Jutsu and her Kinjutsu. Neji managed to overcome many of her B rank and C rank and ended up going against her Kinjutsu that her mom taught her. It was declared as Mito that won the match, but she didn't come out unscathed. The Mari and Samui match was more interesting. It was a battle of wits and jutsu. Both were skilled in their elemental affinity and knew how to cover their weakness. Tamari was a wind user that preferred long range and Samui was a lightning user and preferred close quarter. Normally, wind beats lightning and wind user are usually close to mid-range fighter, but oddly, Tamari preferred long range. It was a draw due to each other unable to continue to fight after many tries to attack each other with jutsu. The next match was between Gaara and Dosu, but Dosu didn't appear, so Haku was to be his opponent. She forfeited the round against Gaara. She knew how strong she was and didn't want to go against a Jinchuriki. All Jinchuriki are dangerous and shouldn't be taken lightly. The match between Kankuro and Shino ended the same way as the match with Gaara. Kankuro forfeited and allowed Shino to move on. Many people started to become irritated with how the last two matches ended with a forfeit. Next match, Sango of Kiri vs Kuritsuchi of Iwa. Itachi announced the next match. The two girls headed down to the arena. Once down, ready begin. The two girls went at each other right away. They started off with a battle of taijutsu. "You're strong," Kuritsuchi commented in a deadlock arm block. Between the two, Kuretsuchi had more style, but Sango had more strength. Kuretsuchi had training as a shinobi, but Sango was trained as a demon slayer, so her attacks were meant to damage strong demons as quick as possible. "You're not bad yourself," Sango replied. Both jumped back and went through several hand signs. Lava style. Quicklime congealing jutsu. Kuretsuchi spit out several quicklime ball at her from her mouth to restrict Sango. Sango jumped up into the air. Wind style. Great breakthrough. She blew herself away from where Kuretsuchi. "I can see why he likes you, but I'll make him mine," Kuretsuchi said. Only a few understood what she meant. That was only Inoki, Haku, Sango, Shippo, the good Uchiha's, even Kurara. Naruto was still clueless that Kuretsuchi was infatuated with himself. Sango ignored her taunt and went on through several fire jutsu to throw at her. All her fire attack were countered with Kuretsuchi's lava jutsu. The match showed that both girls were strong and have great chakra control to last this long while using high-level jutsu for their age. Many were impressed and Inoki knew she deserved to become Chunin after the exam. Both were tired and were facing each other at the opposite side of the arena. Boom boom. An explosion erupted between the two girls. There was a large smoke covering the middle of the arena. Itachi immediately got ready because he knew that someone was interfering now, while the girls looked surprised. "Shit," Naruto said. He knew what was going on. A dragon slayer knows are far more sensitive than humans and most animals. "Demon," he thought. "Shippo, something is going to happen." Naruto immediately reached for his sword, ready to activate it, and Shippo went over to Kurara. "Is it alright if I join?" someone said from the cover of smoke. Once the smoke cleared, there was a man wearing a white baboon skin. The next thing that happened was unexpected for everyone. Many golden threads appeared from the ground and started to warp around the new arrival. Trapping him. "What the hell is going on?" Kuretsuchi demanded. Like her, many others was wondering the same. That was when Naruto appeared behind the man with his sword ready to slit his throat. "What are you doing here, demon?" Naruto asked coldly. He knew full well that demons won't attack a large human settlement like Konoha without a real reason. "Why oh my. It seems that the son of Bahamut is impatient. Haven't your father taught you better?" the man asked. Minato heard this and flinched in response. He didn't know who Naruto considered his father, but now he have a name to look for. "I'm a dragon slayer, we don't like to wait around," Naruto answered. That is when Sango grabbed her Hirokatsu and Kurara jumped down with Shippo on her back. Things were going to happen and they need to be ready. "What's going on here?" Itachi asked, but was ignored. The cage were put on edge due to this man being able to easily enter the village and be undetected by anyone till it was too late. "Who are you?" Naruto asked. The man chuckled. "I'm Naraku, Naruto Pendragon, son of a dragon god." His answer was heard by everyone at the arena. Naruto only narrowed his eyes. Many Konoha people were claiming that Naruto is a demon child, not a son of a god. Minato and Jiraiya froze at that response. It rang a bell in their head. Naraku then turned towards Sango. "So a demon slayer survived. It was you." Sango shouted in anger. Naruto began to press his blade against Naraku, cutting him. However, there wasn't any blood coming out of the small wound. "Hahaha. Yes, I sent that demon whore to kill your village and came out with a nice gift. In a form of a little boy," Naraku said tauntingly. That was the last straw for her and Naruto. Naruto used his steel threads to rip him apart. He may have done it because of the emotional tension he was putting up, but Naruto knew better. Naraku was all cut up by the steel wire, surprising many of the strength of the gold thread. Sango was gripping Hirokatsu tightly because of the news to received. It was then the head of Naraku started to float. "The puppet. I knew it," Naruto said while he jumped to Sango's side. "It seems that the Dragon Slayer is more dangerous than I thought. Where's my brother?" "You'll see him eventually. For now, I'm here for one thing, that's to declare war on humanity," he said. Then suddenly the head dropped. However, Naruto and Sango felt a presence, a very strong presence of demons. An army of demons was coming to the village and they will be here soon. Naruto could smell all the demons that were arriving. "Shit. It's an army. Sango, we have to deal with them," he shouted. Many people started to panic at Naruto's word. Sango was still frozen from the news of her little brother. Naruto then slapped her. "Sango. We will get Kahaku back, but we need to deal with the demon army coming here." Alright. It was then Kurara transformed. Surprising and scaring many people. Naruto and Sango got on her. "May. We'll see you back in Kiri. An army is attacking," Naruto shouted as they began to fly away. Back in the stadium, feathers started to appear and put many people to sleep. It was then an explosion occurred in the cage booth. "Coo. It seems like this will help me," Rasa said. He was the one that caused the explosion. On the roof stood Rasa on one side and the rest of the 5 cage on the other. "What are you doing, Kazekage?" A demanded. Mei and Inoki carefully watch the Rasa. "We have an alliance, Kazekage Dono. Don't tell me you're betraying us?" Minato asked. It was then the Kazekage reached for his face and pulled off the skin. Showing who he really is. Orochimaru. All four Kage said in unison. The man was wanted by every country due to all the experimentation he'd done on their people. Kukuku. It seems that this Naraku fellow that Naruto-kun knows is helping me. Orochimaru said. He too sensed an odd presence not far away, and it was large. Naruto's word only confirmed his suspicion. "I'm here to destroy Konoha," he said while laughing. It was then a large three-headed snake broke down the wall in Konoha, and many shinobi from Suna and Sound started to attack. War has been declared by Orochimaru and Naraku. Naruto's Dragon Slayer Magic. Higher Dragon Slayer Magic, Purgatory Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Water Dragon Slayer Magic, Sea King Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Gale Dragon Slayer Magic, Tempest Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Sky Dragon Slayer Magic, Heaven Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Lighting Dragon Slayer Magic, Plasma Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Earth Dragon Slayer Magic, Cavern Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Shadow Dragon Slayer Magic, Void Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Ice Dragon Slayer Magic, Crystal Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. Poison Dragon Slayer Magic, Venom Dragon Slayer Magic, Advanced Form. What if Minato and Kushina wants Naruto back harem, and thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoy this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel and leave a like if you guys need the next part. Comment down, and thanks for watching the video and see you guys next video.